Mohegan Sun, this is the Ultimate Fighting Championship. We are sold out here at the Mohegan Sun as we get set for another great action featuring the world's greatest mixed martial artists as we are set to open the gates of the octagon here for UFC 39. Hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner Jeff Osborne, I'm Blake Goldberg. Tonight we feature four of the greatest lightweights in the world. A middleweight champion of the past, hoping to reestablish himself in the building at which he lost his title fight. And of course, in our main event, Randy Couture, Ricco Rodriguez for the heavyweight crown.
You know, we asked Randy Couture yesterday, do you feel 39 years old? He said, I feel like I'm in my mid-20s. This puts him on the equal with Ricco Rodriguez, but we see a brand new, serious Ricco Rodriguez, and we're in for a fight tonight.
That former middleweight champion will help us open things out on the fight card tonight. Dave the Warrior Monet will lead things off as he takes on Phil Baroni, who we know is always one punch away from ending a fight. Heavyweights, 6'10" Dan McGee makes his second UFC appearance against the hard-hitting Brazilian Pedro Rizzo, who had never lost a non-title fight. Then we begin the four-man lightweight tournament on the road to the lightweight title. Carl Uno against Dean Thomas. And then, highly anticipated matchup between Matt the Terror Serra and the prodigy BJ Penn. And then the title fight for the UFC heavyweight crown. Two-time UFC heavyweight champion Randy the Natural Couture against a very focused and determined, unbeaten Ricco Rodriguez. Our ways to win inside the Ultimate Fighting Championship is always 3 judges will score the bout, with the bout duration 3 5-minute rounds, or for a championship fight, 5 5-minute rounds. The 10-point must system will be utilized again this evening, with the round winner gaining 10 points, the opponent 9 or less, based on effective striking, grappling, aggressiveness, and octagon control. Lines tonight for our fans around the world, online scoring being made available. Just log on to UFC.tv. We begin this great evening with the middleweights.
This fight is 3 rounds in the middleweight division. Now entering the octagon is a boxing and wrestling expert with a mixed martial arts record of 5-1-0. Standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 182 pounds. Fighting out of Long Island, New York. Please welcome the New York Badass, Phil Baroni.
Now to UFC 39, Phil Baroni against Dave Monet. And it was apparent the New York Badass Baroni wasn't looking for publicity.
Why do you like fighting in the UFC?
He was looking for a fight.
Ask me something not retarded like that, bro. Seriously, why does Phil Baroni think you're the best fighter in the UFC, and why do you like to fight in the cage? I don't know, why do you like to sit behind the camera and fucking ask me questions? Because I can't sing and dance, and it beats fucking working every day.
And Baroni, always a character, accompanied by the Trimsball girls. A good wrestler. He has demonstrated brutal knockout power, and he has improved his conditioning.
Dave Monet, 3 knockouts in his first 4 appearances in the sport of mixed martial arts, coming off an impressive win over Amar Suloev. His opponent tonight, the Warrior.
is a cross-training fighting expert with a mixed martial arts record of 34, 4-1. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 182 pounds. Fighting out of Forest Lake, Minnesota, please welcome the Warrior, Dave Money!
We're trying to exploit his aggression and his confidence and his arrogance. Try to make him flustered.
So Monet wants to exploit that alleged overconfidence. Monet, well-rounded, probably most experienced fighter on this show with over 40 fights. And he is a former UFC champion. And he's out here to show why he wants that title once again.
When I talked to Dave Monet yesterday, he acknowledged that he will need to weather an early storm because he knows Baroni will come out aggressively. But as the fight gets deeper, Monet feels it will come to his world. Tale of the tape brought to you by Trim Spa. For our middleweight matchup between Dave Monet, he's 28 years old, Baroni is 4 years younger. Baroni will have the home octagon advantage, with many coming in from his home in Long Island, New York. The New Yorker against the Minnesotan, our tale of the tape.
Your hands below you. Go.
Our referee for this first matchup of the evening is Larry Landless. Absolutely amazing.
When the pyro went off. Look at this crowd.
He caught him with the right, Jeff, and then just closed in.
That's where Baroni's danger. If he knows that you're hurt, he will be relentless on the attack. And he saw Monet was hurt, went in there and did some damage. And Monet woke up and he was asking what was going on.
I have not seen a flurry of punches since Vitor Belfort against Vanderlei Silva. Just the way he was jackhammering and rocketing and closing up the fight against Dave Monet. Outstanding hand speed as they attend to Dave Monet.
You combine that speed with the power behind that force behind Phil Baroni.
Hey, Mom.
Oh my. Baroni was an underdog too.
A big underdog.
Born fighter, baby. Born warrior.
A born warrior, he says, as his confidence continues to grow.
Now, a lot of people like him, a lot of people hate him, but you sure have got to respect him. Baroni wins in impressive fashion once again.
From top to bottom, it did not take long.
Navy. Check it out. Monet trying to work the jab, feeling him out. It's a feeling out process on the feet. You see Baroni lands one power shot, stuns him, and he is gone.
He must have got 8 to 10 shots in that flurry that ends the night. For Phil Baroni, who was so intense during his training for this fight that his training partners had to literally lock the gym doors to keep him from overtraining. And it pays off, finishing Monet quickly as Pat Miletich helps Dave Monet out of the octagon. Bruce Buffer will make it official.
Hey, Booster, come on out of retirement, chump.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner by knockout at 18 seconds in the very first round. For the winner, the New York Banner, Phil Baroni.
And all it took him was 18 seconds, and he immediately is calling out Murillo Bustamante, saying, bring it on.
I'll tell you what, he is getting better and better every time he steps in the octagon. Believe me, he'll have something to say. Here's Ryan Bennett.
All right, big fella, come here, man. Saw some hand speed tonight. you've been working with some boxers. It shows. Talk to me, man.
Relax. No one wants to hear what you got to say. First off, I got to thank my sponsors. First, Full Contact Fighter, the undisputed, undefeated, no hold barred news source in the world. They've been there with me from the beginning, and they're still there with me today. Second, Dariel high protein, low carb pasta. It's the best thing on the planet. I eat a lot of that. You know, I'm a guinea from New York, so I gotta have my pasta. And then, last but not least, Trim Spa. Help me get trim for this fight and make trim work at Dave Monet.
Hey, take us through this fight. We're gonna show you the monitor. Take us through the replay here.
I just hit him with the big right hand, you know? I've been saying it for weeks. Lightning will strike twice at the Mohegan Sun, and it did. I'm the future champion. Hey, Linland, I got a right hand with your name on it. And hey, Salisbury Steak, you got beat, so you're out. Who's the other guy? Oh, Bustamante. Hey, bro, sign the dotted line. You ain't worth that much. I'm the man. I want my fucking belt.
I wish you told me how he really felt. Michael, back to you.
Well, that is why the opinions are varied. You either love him or you don't. And in this neck of the woods, he is loved by many because he's in his backyard. He's in the eastern U.S.
I'm still impressed with Baroni. I was expecting a nice tactical war, maybe going into the second round. He proved a lot of critics wrong out here tonight and wins in spectacular fashion, to say the least.
UFC 39 is being brought to you by the Mohegan Sun, host venue of the Ultimate Fighting Championship. By Fairtex Gear, equipment of champions at fairtexgear.com. By the Gordon Bierce Brewing Company, beer like it ought to be. By the Joe Weider Weekend, October 18th and 19th at the Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino. For tickets for the Mr. Olympia competition and expo, call 702-632-7580. And for tickets for the martial arts extravaganza, call 239-352-1999 or log on at weiderweekend.com. By Crave Entertainment, publishers of UFC video games for the Xbox video game system from Microsoft, PlayStation 2 computer entertainment system, and Nintendo GameCube system. And by Trim Spa, the only choice when you need to melt those tough pounds in a hurry. Well, in a hurry it was for Phil Baroni, 18 seconds, and he scores the knockout over Dave the Warrior Monet. So Baroni moves up in the rankings in the middleweight division. But it's not really about the middleweights tonight. It's about the lightweights and the heavyweights inside the sold-out Mohegan Sun Arena. Because tonight we begin the road to the lightweight title. We have four of the greatest lightweights in the world who will compete tonight for the lightweight belt. They will try to eliminate each other. They will try to be better than the best because we have the best in the world here this evening in the lightweight division. And then later, we have the heavyweight matchup for the belt, for the championship. Randy the Natural Couture to take on Ricco Rodriguez. Now the belt is available because of this. Take you back to UFC 34. Josh Barnett against Randy Couture at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. Barnett defeated Couture that night, was named heavyweight champion, but his reign was shortened when he tested positive for the use of anabolic agents, a test administered by the Nevada State Athletic Commission. So with that announcement from the Nevada Commission and with that finding, we have no heavyweight champion until later tonight, when that man will be the winner of the Couture-Rodriguez fight. And I'm joined by UFC President Dana White. And Dana, after the commission's findings, how did Zuffa react?
Well, he tested positive for anabolic agents, and we felt it was necessary, since he won the title unfairly, to strip him of the title and put two of the best heavyweights together for this title fight.
I find it interesting, though, that Randy Couture still has a loss on his record, and Randy Couture not the heavyweight champion. Barnett still recognized at least as a victor that evening.
Well, the Nevada State Athletic Commission wouldn't overturn the judgment on the fight, so we're just putting two of the best guys in there together, and it's going to be a great fight tonight.
Dana, thank you very much. Good luck with a great card.
Thanks, Mike.
Dana White, the UFC president. I bring back in my partner, Jeff Osborne, and so we do look ahead to Randy Couture and Ricco Rodriguez.
You know, I went back and forth with a lot of the fighters here this weekend. I actually had a difference of opinion with Pat Miletich. He thinks Randy Couture is going to win. I said I thought Ricco had an advantage. I talked to more and more people, and it's split down the middle. And 1 second I think Couture has an edge. The next second I think Rodriguez has one. So it's going to get pretty interesting tonight, and we'll see who the big heavyweight man is here tonight. And the new champion's going to walk out.
Well, the arrivals walking in earlier this evening to the Mohegan Sun Arena. Randy Couture, 39 years old, who told me yesterday he is always better after losing. And this is a man who has not lost very often, and just once inside the octagon. The arrival of his opponent this evening, Ricco Rodriguez. He told both Jeff and I yesterday that no longer is he suave, no longer is he living the Vito Ricco. He's focused, he's matured, he sees tonight as his opportunity, and he wants to seize it. That our main event later tonight, Ricco Rodriguez and Randy Couture. Speaking of the heavyweights, let's get some more live action.
This fight is 3 rounds in the heavyweight division. Now entering the octagon is a wrestling expert with a mixed martial arts record of 10-1-0. Standing 6 feet, 10 inches tall, weighing in at 246 pounds. Fighting out of San Luis Obispo, California. Please welcome the Giant, Can McGee.
I don't feel like an underdog going this fight at all. I think Pedro Rizzo is probably the scariest heavyweight out there. He has the most knockout power, the best ability to finish a fight early like that. But I think he's real beatable.
You know, last time McGee was in the octagon, he was much, much bigger as far as body fat goes. This guy has lost about 25 pounds of fat. He's a good wrestler. He obviously will have a large size advantage, and he has been training with UFC's #1 contender for Tito Ortiz's belt, Chuck Liddell, in his corner tonight.
So a second appearance inside the octagon for Can McGee against a man who is no stranger to these famous gates.
Now entering the octagon is a Huon Ballet Judo expert with a mixed martial arts record of 11-3-0. He stands 6 feet, 1 inch tall, weighing in at 264 pounds. Fighting out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Please welcome Pedro the Rock Rizzo.
I'm a fighter because I wanted to be a fighter. I have a great family. My father is an engineer, my mother is a teacher, my brother is an engineer, my sister is a journalist. I wanted to be a fighter because I wanted to be.
So Pedro Rizzo, his only defeats have been in title matches here in the UFC. A devastating striker with great takedown defense. And of course his mentor inside his corner, former UFC champion Marco Ruas.
We reminisce against Ruas and Paul Varelans. Remember that fight from an earlier UFC when Ruas kind of chopped down the big giant Paul Varelans. Will we see the same tonight from his main pupil Pedro Rizzo? Tail of the tape brought to you by Trim Spa. Can McGee is very tall, 6'10", and he comes in at just under 265 pounds. So that will give him a definitive reach advantage of 8 inches over the hard-hitting Pedro Rizzo, who is 3 years older. 2 of the 3 losses suffered by Pedro Rizzo have been to Randy Couture in title fights, the other to Kevin Randleman in a title fight. In fact, Rizzo 7-0 in non-title fights. Our referee, the best in the business, Big John McCarthy.
All right, here we go, gentlemen. You ready again? You ready, Pedro? Let's get it on!
All right, here we go. McGee was good in round 1 in his UFC debut against Josh Barnett until he gassed.
This could be one of those feeling out processes for Rizzo, who throws the leg kick.
Rizzo was way more aggressive in his recent win over Andrei Arlovski. Fight stopped in the 3rd round. And that's been the one thing that's been a negative against Pedro is sometimes he waits to counter, and unless he's pushed, he doesn't push the fight back. Right now, he's starting to work those kicks quickly, Jeff.
Yeah, if he comes out more aggressive, that will throw some people off because people expect him to be passive. Now, McGee, it's got to be difficult fighting a guy that tall. When you got to get in close to a guy who probably has 4 or 5 inches of reach on you, it could make Pedro think about it a little more.
And that's Pedro as a striker. That's his game, trying to size things up. Look how McGee doesn't even really have to keep that left hand up near his face because Pedro would have to lift so high. McGee keeps it almost at his shoulder where he can strike, Jeff, but yet it's still an effective blocker.
Yeah, the minute you get inside, those hands better go up against Pedro.
Yeah, there he gets it up. Now he's using the shoulder to shield the left side of his face.
I don't know if he's trying to draw him in closer, or many people said McGee didn't want to stand up.
Yeah.
He's been training with Chuck Liddell, so you gotta wonder if that may have been a comment thrown around just to try and throw Pedro Rizzo off.
Well, McGee was the California state champion.
Come on, gentlemen, let's go.
In college in wrestling, actually was even at the University of Iowa for a bit, but redshirted and just missed with that left. And that's that size, try to fake the left and come in with a right jab.
One thing about Pedro is that he cuts very, very easily.
Yep.
He shows the signs of wars here in the octagon. He has many scars around his eyes, his nose. Oh, nice deep leg kick.
See, now there's the counter because McGee led, and there's a left that connects.
Already swelling on McGee's eye.
Oh, he definitely got it in there. And McGee shoots in. And now McGee backs off of that left, but that was the best punch of the fight so far. McGee trying to answer with a left of his own.
He definitely needs to be keeping that hand up. There he goes. And McGee, a left kick, followed by a left jab.
More than halfway through round number 1. This fight scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. I don't know if you want to go toe-to-toe with the most devastating striker in the heavyweight division.
I'd try to put Pedro on his back if I was McGee. But that's going to be difficult because he's so tall. Pedro's got a great sprawl. There we go.
Yeah, good sprawl by Pedro. Good takedown defense. You know, oftentimes, too, you get hit a couple of times, and when you have that wrestling mentality, you say, okay, I don't want to get hit anymore. Let's bring this puppy downstairs. And he goes for the double leg again and another nice sprawl.
Pedro needs to throw a shot or two coming off of that. He sprawls, stands up, McGee stands up. Pedro should at least throw a jab in there and let McGee know he's still in the game.
Pedro's lost to wrestlers before, in Couture and Randleman. Of course, he's beaten Coleman, and Severn was hurt early, so I don't really include that one, although it is officially a victory. He has the wrestling background, but hasn't utilized it yet.
He's dropping that left. Already looks like he could be breathing out of his mouth already, too.
Yeah, I noticed that, too. That's not a good sign. He's trying to cover that left, and there's a good combination and an uppercut. As Rizzo backed off, though. Rizzo countered with the kick, and McGee answered.
But he took a hard leg kick and came back with a 1-2. Sort of rocked Rizzo.
He's got to give McGee some confidence.
Both doing good.
Dan McGee, 6'10", 265, was around 290 pounds when he debuted back in November of 2000 in Atlantic City against Josh Barnett.
McGee continues to throw that left hook.
Big old Paul. It's not Paul Varlins, Marco Huas, but it kind of looks like it. Chopping down the big giant.
Rizzo waits for that shining moment.
Oh, caught him there. Yeah, look at it. He's got to put that weight back up. Oh, he gets him with a big right.
And Pedro's cut back.
Pedro's cut big time. Straight right by Dan McGee. Opens up the nose of Pedro Rizzo. complete, and McGee finishes it with a big shot.
We on tabs.
Got a problem here, babe.
Come on. Right on the bridge of the nose. Got many times on the bridge of the nose.
Leon in the boxing business for so many years, one of the best cut men in the world. Marco Huas, his mentor, his hero.
Can he breathe?
Check it out. Dan McGee, kaboom, right on the bridge of the nose. Lost his composure, but thanks, regains it quickly. A thunderous shot by McGee.
He does open easily. All the wars he's been in before. They're going to stop this fight. They are going to stop this fight. Dan McGee has defeated Pedro Rizzo. And you talked about it, Jeff. You were all over it. He cuts easily. It opens up. They can't get it to stop. And for the first time in his UFC career, Pedro Rizzo has lost in a non-title fight.
I don't know if his nose was broken. I heard one of the doctors say, "Can you breathe?" I don't know if it was because of blood or if his nose was broken. My hat's off to Dan McGee here.
And Rizzo quickly back into his locker room. The man so desperately wanted to be a champion, failed on all 3 opportunities. And now he is defeated here tonight to fall to 7-4 in the UFC. He burst onto the scene with 4 straight wins. Won 6 of his first 7 matchups, Jeff, and since then has really struggled. So it's Dan McGee's moment. And here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 1 round of action, Pedro Rizzo's corner decided to not let their fighter come out due to the cut. Therefore, the winner is the Giant, Dan McGee.
Well, this was McGee's shot at breaking in the heavyweight scene, and he has done so. And kind of a slap in the face to those who said that he could not stand with Pedro Rizzo and that he didn't want to stand.
Marco Huas has the towel. And there he throws it in. That's it. Yep. Up to Ryan Bennett. Ryan.
All right, guys, let's talk with the big fella. I tell you what, Gan, congratulations. First of all, not too many people would stand with Pedro Rizzo. What did you see in his game that you knew you could stand with him?
Honestly, the reason I was thinking I could strike him is watching his videos. He looks susceptible to some things. He's a great fighter, and sometimes great fighters get a little sloppy with the basics, and so I just took advantage of that.
Hey, Gan, take us through the end of the fight. Take us through the big right hand.
I just saw before he was throwing those kicks, coming in the way he was dropping his hands. And I just saw it, and I saw it. My leg's telling me, you know, hey, he's dropping his hands. So I just threw the punch and connected.
What's it like to train with Chuck Liddell? How did he help you for this fight?
Chuck Liddell is basically like a slightly thinner Pedro Rizzo. I mean, he's the same guy. So everything he was doing, I was expecting. He wasn't doing anything that was crazy to me at all.
All right, folks, we got a new heavyweight, Gan McGee. Congratulations, Gan. Great win.
Thanks a lot.
So Gan McGee, with great training from Chuck Liddell, stands and strikes with one of the most dangerous strikers in the world and defeats Pedro Rizzo as Marco Huas throws in the towel. But tonight is about the heavyweights and also about the lightweights, because for the lightweights, it is the road to an opportunity to be a world champion. We have 4 of the best in the world who will compete. Uno, Thomas, Serra, and Penn. They are undoubtedly amongst the greatest fighters at any size, at any weight in the world. They're explosive, they're dangerous, they are so closely contested, it's absolutely unbelievable. They will go for a belt that is vacant because of this. Jens Pulver, you remember Little Evil Jens Pulver out of the Milicic camp. He and Zuffa could not come to terms. So Pulver relinquishes the title, and tonight, as mentioned, we begin a four-man tournament to find a new champion. One of these fighters is Dean Thomas, who owns a victory over Jens Pulver. The one thing we know, as I mentioned a moment ago, this is a dangerous, dominant, and exciting lightweight division.
Yeah, I usually say the 170-pound division is my favorite. Like the opinions of many about the fights this weekend, I can change that. Now I can say tonight, the 155-pound division shines. And if you take a look at all the fighters in the bracket, it's anyone's game. Nothing like a jiu-jitsu showdown between Matt Serra and BJ Penn. Matt Serra did unbelievably well over in the United Arab Emirates. Defeated legendary Jean-Jacques Machado. BJ Penn, of course, one of the most decorated jiu-jitsu players in the United States. And how about Kyle Uno, the former Shuto champion, defeated Rumina Sato twice. Many people thought Sato was the best 155-pounder, and Uno can win this fight at any time. Dean Thomas, many people believe he's the favorite. And, you know, Dean Thomas holds that victory over Little Evil Jens Pulver. And that was a few years ago. Dean Thomas says he's a new man tonight. So any four of these men, I would be proud to call any of them the UFC champion.
I think many could say all have an equal chance of doing it. They are all so talented. It should be a tremendous lightweight tournament, which begins now. And for Dean Thomas, you're looking at a 155-pound fighter in a 185-pound frame with that long reach, devastating striking ability against the Japanese superstar, Kyle Uno, who is so unpredictable, so well versed on the ground that he can finish a fight in a moment's notice. Lightweight legend and top Shudo fighter Kyle Uno returns to the octagon in his quest for the final piece in his fighting career, a UFC championship. Now Uno raining lefts and right.
Nice one. Straight shot.
And it's over. It's all over. It is over. Kyle Uno is victorious. Now to continue his quest for the belt, Uno must face Dean Thomas.
The fight we had was 3 years ago, and you can't really use that as an example. I think I'm going into this looking at it as though if I was fighting him for the first time.
Dean Thomas has fought in arenas all over the world. He is the man who destroyed Jens Pulver, who used to hold the lightweight title.
Trying to get a heel hook, trying to get that arm around. You can see Jens grabbing his arm, trying to prevent it from happening. He may have it, he may have it.
That's it, it's over. It is over. It is over.
Thomas's height and extended reach advantage over Uno promised to make this fight one of the most competitive fights ever seen in the octagon.
You know, there's a lot of incredible lightweights in this tournament, but I feel that I'm the best one. And I'm going to prove it tonight when I fight Uno. I'm going to put the pressure on him. If he doesn't crack by the second round, he's going to wish he was never in the octagon.
This fight is 3 rounds in the lightweight division. Now entering the octagon is a vacant judo expert with a mixed martial arts record of 16-2-0. Standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 152 pounds. Fighting out of Orlando, Florida. Please welcome Dean Thomas.
He is accompanied to the ring by the American top team. All new trainers, all new training regimen. He is an excellent striker who is well versed in submission. And tonight, he is looking to redeem that loss from a few years back against Kyle Uno.
Dean Thomas's reach is 10 inches longer than anyone's in this weight class. He gets set to take on the Japanese superstar.
Now entering the octagon is a Jiu-Jitsu and wrestling expert with a mixed martial arts record of 12-4-2. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 154 pounds. Fighting out of Kanagawa, Japan. Please welcome Karo Uno.
Focused and disciplined, and certainly we give him the edge in the mental toughness is Carl Uno.
He is a submission specialist. He can strike. He's proven that he's knocked people out in the past. And don't forget, Uno trying to prove, say, hey, I won that fight, I'm gonna win this. But Dean Thomas is out for some redemption. So we're in for not a heavyweight fight, but one the caliber of a heavyweight fight. A lot riding on this one.
Carl Uno said it's like we're fighting for the first time. You can't use that 99 fight as an example. Dean Thomas said, I was just a kid then. Tail of the tape brought to you by Trim Spa. Thomas is 25, he is 5'10", but has an incredible reach. 5'9" is Carl Uno. They both weigh in at under 155 pounds. Dean Thomas with a unique opportunity in this lightweight tournament to avenge both of his career losses. His first loss ever was to Carl Uno. That was in Shudo in '99. They meet again here on the big stage of the Ultimate Fighting Championship. Larry Landless, our referee.
Are you ready? Back up. Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's rock and roll.
Here we go. Carl Uno and Dean Thomas.
Don't blink. Uno always unpredictable. Standing behind me is Shannon Briggs. You may know him from defeating George Foreman. He is the boxing god.
Oh my! There's, speaking of boxing and Shannon Briggs, there's a big right hand that drives Uno down, but he looks okay.
Now, Briggs has been training the American top team and Dean Thomas in boxing. Look at Dean Thomas getting the back. He's got one hook.
Uno spins through it. Uno very well versed on the ground.
Let go!
Thomas with good aggressiveness early.
And he has got a full mount on Uno. As I said, don't blink. This one's already hit the ground once and was back up, and we're back on the ground. And this fight is less than a minute old.
Thomas working the rib, the midsection of Uno. Uno doesn't want to let go of the head of Dean Thomas and give him more control on that full mount.
Yeah, this is somewhere you don't normally see Carl Uno. He's on his back and fully mounted. Thomas just throwing some short distraction shots. Uno looking, trying to look over to his corner.
Thomas is trying to give himself some space to work. He's got great position as he moves up and drives some shots on Carl Uno. Landless is right there checking out the action. There's the back.
Double hooks.
Uno trying to spin through.
Thomas trying to work for the choke.
You know, that length on his frame too, Jeff. In situations like this, he can extend that body and really push a submission to closure.
And look at the defense of Uno. He just throw a short jab up to Dean Thomas and say, hey, you may have my back, but I'm still in this fight.
Well, he's fought them all. Sakurai and Pedinaris.
3 minutes,
Pulver.
3 minutes.
Beaten Ihan, beaten this man, of course. Rumina Sato, he's so patient. He doesn't panic. That's one of the things about Carl Uno.
Look out, armbar coming up, and look at the head position. He's trying to tuck his head through. Thomas has the arm, but Uno off.
Can he close it? Trying to use that long frame. Extend the body. Now training with the American top team since March. Coming off an injury is Dean Thomas. But he's healthy and he says he's new mentally as Uno works through. the first adverse situation of the night.
Yeah, when the first originally fought, Thomas had no support system. He trained with his friends. I'm sure he probably mowed through most of them. And now he's got guys telling him, hey, you get up, it's time to train. I say when you're done. I say when the day is through. And that will make you a fighter when you have a great support system like American Top Team.
How many times have we said you're only as good as who you train with? You're only pushed as much as you can be pushed most of the time in training sessions. And if you've done everything and been in every situation in training, then there shouldn't be anything in the octagon that surprises you. That's why the Miletich team and Team Punishment has come on so strong in the last few years here in the UFC. Team Quest and Couture.
You train with the best and you become the best. That's why these two are here right now.
The start of the road to the lightweight title.
Let's go, Thomas.
Stay busy. DeZuno on top of Thomas. Scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Both very experienced. Thomas with 18 fights in mixed martial arts.
Look at that. Look at that triangle.
Looking for it. Looking for it. Does he have it?
He's pulling his elbow through. I think it's cinched. Look out for the armbar. Uno is trying to curl that arm up.
What does Thomas have to do to finish it, Jeff?
Oh, Uno's getting out.
Uno got out again. Great job by Carl Uno. Thomas with 2 opportunities for submission here in round number 1.
Thomas is looking much more relaxed than any of his fights I've seen before.
Great shot from Carl Uno. You know, we talked so much about the striking ability of Dean Thomas, but it's been his work on the ground, his work trying to get submissions here in round 1.
Well, we know Thomas trying to kick him off. Now look out for the striking from Uno here. We saw what he could do with Fabiano Rija.
Yes.
If he catches you with 1, he'll follow up with 3 or 4 more.
Takasi and Kasaka, TK in the corner of Carl Uno. 10 seconds left in round 1. Lightweight elimination matchup. Winner of this fight takes on the winner of BJ Penn and Matt Serra. Thomas comes out big in round 1.
Excellent first round. Lots of submissions. But equally, you have to give credit for the guy who gets out of that dangerous
Just keep
submission.
distance, you know what I'm saying? You want to sit down? Sit down here. You want to sit down?
If there's one guy who knows this jiu-jitsu, that's
just keep
Ricardo
distance.
Laborio.
You're going to kill him. You're going to do the right work, you know, the perfect work. You know exactly what he does. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Exactly. You're flying, baby. You're flying. Just keep distance. Do the same. One more? I'm good, good.
Thomas saying I'm feeling good to his corner. And here's that triangle. Uno gets out. And Thomas puts him right back in. You see him trying to extend the arm, but Uno, man, I got to give him credit. Tucking the head down, not giving up the arm, and hanging in there and getting out of danger.
Round 2. Here we go, Dean Thomas. He said yesterday to Jeff and I, if Uno beats me twice, then I will give him the respect. But I was just a kid then. I didn't know much. Now he feels he's in the best condition, mentally and physically, of his career. Online scoring tonight at UFC.tv. 74% give round 1 to Dean Thomas. Jeff and I agree.
This is where it gets interesting. I want to see if Dean Thomas wants to throw. You know he wants to throw down with Uno. Looping left.
And he brings him down again.
Now it's Uno on his back.
Rapper in high school, Dean Thomas with the group called the Outfit, trying to fit himself into a lightweight belt. Self-taught fighter who has really become an all-around mixed martial artist. His only loss to BJ Penn in the UFC. His other loss, of course, the one we mentioned to this man, Carl Uno, at the beginning of his career.
Thomas was an incredible fighter, even without all the trainers he has now.
That's the amazing thing, isn't it?
Yeah, when you're self-trained, basically self-taught, and you're that good, then you get a team behind you. It can make a world of difference. And Uno looking to hook that, trying to hook the legs of Dean Thomas. If he gets one, he can elevate him. Uno's working for an armbar.
Dean Thomas needs to be careful, and he is acknowledged on frequent occasion that obviously Uno's very slick on the ground, Jeff.
The minute you post the leg up, Uno's on it. You saw he tried to get that hook once again, trying to elevate. Dean Thomas trying to work his right leg through to try and pass the guard.
Uno working in front of his corner. UFC veterans in Takasi and Pisaka, and they're back up, and a good knee by Uno. Tried the uppercut, and down it goes again. Now Uno controlling the pace here in round 2.
This is anybody's tournament. Anybody who wants this belt bad enough, they will rise to the occasion tonight. This is their opportunity to shine and advance, to go for that gold, and that's what it's all about.
Remember, he was knocked out quickly. It was Uno by BJ Penn, the first time he'd ever been knocked out. And in his UFC debut, a very memorable 5-rounder that went to the former champion Jens Pulver. So we know Uno has the endurance to go 25. This one only scheduled for 15 minutes.
And Thomas, he tried a cartwheel pass there. Thomas gets his legs up. Thomas, those long, long legs, he was able to kick up and do what some people call bicycle kicks.
Uno, let's go, Uno.
Landless urging Uno to stay busy on the ground. And he's telling his corner to do the same. To alert Uno, he has to get it moving or they will stand the fighters up.
Nice shot by Thomas.
Thomas with those long legs. Yep, can't kick a downed opponent.
You hit him on top of the head with the heel.
Yep.
Get off, get off, get off, get off. You hit him on top of the head with the heel, his knee. You can't do that. Stay right here. Where are my judges? 1 point. 1 point.
Oh, that's costly.
No, no, over there. 1 point. This corner. You ready? You ready? Let's rock and roll, let's go.
Well, they're back up though.
Yeah, this is possibly an advantage for Thomas. Oh, look at the right by Uno.
Oh, big shot by Carl Uno. A good combination and a right. Well, especially with that point in which Thomas was just penalized. Uno in control of round number 2 now.
Unless Thomas comes back and does something spectacular, he's already lost this round.
Yep. I think it was Carl Uno's round before the foul call, and now Uno really trying to go with a little ground and pound, reminiscent of his win over Fabiano Iha.
I don't think the kick did any damage. Oh, there's a leg kick by Uno.
Now Uno's up, so that's okay. Oh, Uno just missed with that straight right. Got him in the midsection that time. Uno driving down with force on Dean Thomas.
Push it! Push it! Push it! Push it! Come on, man!
Marcelo Silveira telling him he's got to push it. He's got to press this fight.
Uno's really picking up the pace, isn't he? Oh, big right.
Seems like Uno's doubled his speed going into the second round.
It's back to his corner, 30 seconds left. He caught him again with the right.
Look at Thomas trying to use those legs.
That's good, he's standing,
He's standing, so that's good. Landless all over it.
Watch the face.
Continuous. Spinning out of it. And the flexibility and athleticism of these great fighters. Some of the best athletes in the world. Round 2 to Uno. Wow.
Uno turning up the heat. To really open up in that second round with the punches.
It's the word.
Your legs.
Bro.
Wake up. Wake up.
Listen, man. Just relax.
Wake up, brother.
You know what I'm saying? And work and stand up with him. You know what I'm saying? Give me some
Wake
more.
up. Wake up.
Okay.
It's now. Wake up. Go ahead and skip it.
You know what I'm saying? You're doing a great job.
Here we look. Thomas using his legs. Oh, that was blatant. Uno points it out immediately.
Yeah, he got it in his shoulder right now. He nailed him.
That point deduction, not only for the round, but for the total score, obviously, could be very costly.
Hey, let's go!
Could lead Uno to advancement in the tournament. And a potential rematch with BJ Penn. Of course, Penn and Sarah still ahead. As is our main event, the heavyweight championship bout between Couture and Rodriguez. We're set for round 3 here, lightweight tournament. Uno really started to pick up the pace the end of that second round.
Okay, last round. You ready?
Thomas.
Are you ready? Let's rock and roll.
This has got to be his round. If he wants it, he has got to make this his round.
Thomas was very focused when we spoke to him yesterday. Uno is always lots of smiles, very loose. Online scoring, UFC.tv, almost the same exact percentage goes to Uno in the second round. So 1 round apiece, online and with the point deduction. This is it right here. Thomas got 74% of our votes in the first round. Uno 75% of our votes in the second round. UFC.tv.
Thomas got that punch, showed great head movement. Now they're clenched. Thomas elects to go to his back. That last round could have been a 10-8 round. Thomas needs to finish strong. Get this round, but it's Uno who's raining the shots down.
Now, Thomas was so good on the ground as Uno got through 2 submissions in round number 1. And since that point, Uno's been in a position to throw rights and lefts, body shots and shots to the head. And he's done so efficiently and effectively. 3:37 remains.
Uno looking to his corner. Very relaxed.
Come on, top man, let's go. Call Uno, let's go.
There's a shot. Mary Landless telling Carl Uno he's got to stay busy again.
Triangle. Oh, his head's out. Thomas is still in the game. Even working from the fence. Now Uno with a couple of right forearms down to the face.
Let's go.
Thomas was scheduled
back
in March to face Max Sarah, but then that's when he injured his knee working out the torn meniscus. Had it all fixed up. Good to go here. After he lost to Uno, he went 2 years without a loss in mixed martial arts competition. Thomas is in danger of losing this one tonight. And many have picked him as the favorite for this lightweight tournament. Look at those physical attributes with the reach and the power.
He's got to make this fight happen. He's got to do something here in the last half of the last round.
Okay, we're on our feet. Let's go.
All right, they're on their feet.
Come on, we're action, guys.
Dean Thomas said he feels like he was Russell Crowe's sidekick in Gladiator. He was born to do this. Now his time is now to live this moment. Tried to go with the right. Uno seems to have much better ring presence right now.
Oh, look at Thomas. Went for the throw. Almost got it. And Uno landed a couple of rights on the feet. Thomas may try to keep this standing. That's on the ground. It's been very, very even. And now Uno.
Oh, some good forearm shivers. Thomas was so effective in the first round on the ground, but ineffective on the ground here in rounds 2 and 3. Why?
I don't know. I think Uno, he's kind of a slow starter at times. And once he figures out his opponent's game, he'll adjust to it. He's adjusted very well. And has
action. Let's go, action.
Taken control of the last law. Look at Thomas trying to push him away. He's definitely taken control of this round. Look at Thomas. Great use of the legs. He will not let Uno pass that guard.
1 minute, 1 minute.
Uno trying to finish it off here. Who will win this round? Who will win this fight?
Ooh, and that was a hard elbow.
It's about 4 elbows he's delivered here in round 3. 40 seconds remains now. One of these men will fight for the lightweight belt after the turn of the calendar page.
30 seconds.
Sure, both of these guys would love another shot at BJ Penn, but Penn's got Sarah to worry about. As they're trying to do something to impress the judges in the last closing seconds of the match.
Penn has defeated both of these fighters. Of course, Penn needs to defeat Matt Serra, which is not a foregone conclusion. That fight coming up next. This fight just about to end. Thomas trying to be busy on his back, but is it enough to leave an impression in the judge's mind that will render Dean Thomas the decision? Or will the judges award the advancement to that man, Carl Uno?
A lot of times those submissions have just as much psychological damage as a knockout would in say, a pro boxing match. Uno was getting caught. He got wise to the submissions and neutralized them. I think, personally, I think that second round will be the biggest factor of this fight. And that point deduction.
That point deduction may very well be the difference.
And there it is, the heel right across the back of the head. Thomas knew he made a mistake. I thought he was going to be warned for it. It didn't do any heavy damage. You see it right there. But I think Uno did enough in the second and final round to win the fight, regardless of the point deduction.
Uno was just so much more busy working against that man, Dean Thomas, in rounds 2 and 3. Thomas hopeful the judges will have his arm raised. Carl Uno beat him in '99. He wants to beat him again tonight as we wait for the judges to render their decision. Will it be Thomas? Or will it be Uno? Up to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Judge Doc Hamilton scores it 29-27. Judge Jeff Mullen scores it 29-27. And Judge Cecil Peebles scores it 29-27 with a winner by unanimous decision, Carol
So the judges did give Thomas round 1 10-9, but Uno earns the unanimous decision and a potential rematch with BJ Penn or a title fight against Matt Serra.
I'd love to see either one of those.
People at home, our fans all around the world on UFC.tv also gave the 3rd round to Carl Uno, as Uno is number 1 here tonight, as he was dominant in our fans' minds in rounds number 2 and 3. And he advances in the lightweight tournament. Dean Thomas surprisingly eliminated.
Yeah, he had a great showing in the first round. Uno picked up the pace. Said, this is my shot. He wants the belt. Got out of those submissions, poured it on, and deservedly so, he has taken a bow in the center of the octagon.
Now coming up next, round 2 of our lightweight tournament, fight number 2 between BJ Penn and Matt Serra. You have Matt Serra, who basically revolutionized Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, that monkey Jiu-Jitsu that he can perform, and BJ Penn, the prodigy, the phenom, who burst on the scene so quickly and then was defeated by Pulver. They collide tonight with a chance to advance. For lightweight fighter BJ the Prodigy Penn, his rise through the ranks was as fast as his fights, devastating Joey Gilbert, then Dean Thomas, and taking only 11 seconds to defeat the awesome Carl Uno. He's ready to show his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu skills and knockout power deserve a shot at the title. And only one man stands in his way at a title shot, Matt the Terror Serra.
He's here for a reason, and I'm not overlooking him in any way. But I'm just going to go out there and do my game and hurt him, put him away.
Trained by Renzo Gracie, Matt Serra could be the best Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter in the UFC. Having defeated Yves Edwards and Kelly Delonte, he has shown fans of the Octagon his abilities in the art of submission.
Good position. He's back down. He doesn't want to swing. He wants to keep rolling. He's doing a good job. I'm very impressed by him.
Beautiful.
Triangle.
Into the triangle.
Into the triangle.
Transition being utilized here by Matt Serra. Pulling down on the back of the head.
Yes, very impressive. He's pulling back. He's working him. He's
Let it go,
tapping.
let it go. And there it is. The submission victory has finally come for Matt Serra. Now, Serra must show the world what he is made of. For if any fighter might be more skillful than he, that person would be BJ Penn. This is a fight that might well be the best fight of the year in mixed martial arts.
Whenever I fight, I'm known for taking chances, and this fight's gonna be no different. I'm going in there to try to end the fight, try to stop him before the 15 minutes. I don't want to go into the judge's decision.
This fight is 3 rounds in the lightweight division. Now entering the octagon is an expert in Renzo Gracie Jiu-Jitsu with a mixed martial arts record of 11-1-0. Standing 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 154 pounds. Fighting out of Long Island, New York, please welcome Matt the Terror Serra!
A mean look followed up by a subtle smile from Matt Serra. He said, "This is my weight division." Renzo Gracie black belt. He is a submission specialist and he has worked on his striking. That could be the factor here, as many people are predicting.
The first American black belt under Renzo Gracie, and Serra said, hey, to be the best, you got to beat the best. So he's glad and honored to be in this lightweight division. He takes on one of the best right here in BJ Penn.
Now entering the octagon is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu expert with a mixed martial arts record of 5-1-0. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 154 pounds. Fighting out of Wainaku, Hilo, Hawaii. Please welcome the Prodigy, BJ Penn.
And those are two of the fastest ring entrances. I think they're ready to get it on here. A black belt in jiu-jitsu, very dangerous striker, and he knows his submissions on the ground. I am ready for this, and I think all these people here, this could be the one that steals the show.
BJ Penn, Matt Serra, tail of the tape. Lightweight battle on the road to the lightweight title. Brought to you by Trim Spa. Serra's 28, BJ Penn is 23 years old and 2 inches taller than his opponent tonight. Serra compared to Arturo Gatti because he stays so busy. Penn, as dangerous as any, and John McCarthy, our referee.
Here we go, baby. Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's get it on!
All right, here we go. BJ Penn, now training full-time in Hawaii.
Both of them were in a hurry to get to that center of the ring.
Both of them wanted to fight yesterday when we were talking to them. They were ready to go.
He's got the single leg. Look at Serra working hard for that takedown. Oh, jumping knee by BJ Penn.
BJ's got the longer frame. Even though it's just 2 inches, BJ just seems to be long and lean. And Serra obviously very compact. They're both very strong.
BJ says that that's his belt.
Yes.
Serra said, this is my division. Listen to these people getting behind Matt Serra.
Well, we're right down the road. He's got a lot of fans here tonight, as will Ricco Rodriguez. But the Long Island native, a strong support system here. And Uncasville, Connecticut, the beautiful Mohegan Sun Resort and Casino. Mohegan Sun Arena, Mike Glover, Jeff Osborne, Ryan Bennett. UFC 39, the Warriors return.
Sarah slips and recovered like lightning.
Ben's only lost to Pulver. Sarah's only lost to Shoni Carter, a fight in which he had total command of till the spinning back fist caught him with just about 10 seconds remaining in the fight.
Look at Sarah working. He throws a 1-2 combo and immediately shoots in.
I wonder with the jiu-jitsu skills if either really has the advantage on the ground. This might be where we find a difference in one of the two fighters is up on the feet, Jeff.
I think one of the big differences on the ground is that Matt Serra is a risk taker. He's willing to take that risk. You go the extra mile, he may take some punishment, but a lot of times he'll be going slap an arm bar, triangle, choke on you before you even know it's there.
BJ Penn was interesting when we spoke to him yesterday. He's taking a totally different approach to fighting, to life. He says he's mellowed out a bit, he's slowed down, he doesn't train 10 hours a day any longer. And he doesn't feel like he has to finish a fight in the first 30 seconds. He'll let the fight come to him. Perhaps we'll see an example of that here this evening.
Yeah, speaking of him, he came off as a totally different person, a much more mature person, and a mature fighter, he says he's going to be tonight.
He said he felt so invincible and he was rolling through the lightweight division and through this UFC thing so quickly that if he would have defeated Jens Pulver, he was going to retire. He said, hey, there's no challenge here. Now he wants to thank Jens Pulver for defeating him and making him a guy that says, hey, I want to do this for 7 to 10 years.
Look at this.
Good shot there. Yeah, good shot there by Penn. Sarah grabs onto the left leg and Penn tries to push the pace. BJ was very interesting. We spoke with him yesterday. Sarah very determined.
Took a couple of hard hits. Grabbed a hold of a leg. Temporarily stopped the onslaught of BJ Penn.
Another interesting thing that Penn said is he said he knows that Matt knows that he's going to get hurt. If Sarah wins or not, he's going to get hurt because BJ throws, and he's going to connect with a few. Where BJ said with Sarah, you got to worry about the submissions. He's not so worried about the striking ability of Matt Sarah. Oh, there's a left. Got it in there. BJ Penn, good hands.
I think both men are equally as dangerous given the right opportunity.
Is that right? So perhaps Penn a little bit overconfident in that assessment.
Never count a guy like Matt Serra. His stand-up defense is looking much more crisp than it did when he fought like Eve Edwards, and especially comparing this fight to Shoni Carter. I know it's two different fighters, but his stand-up defense looks much more on.
Well, Sarah's won 2 gold medals at the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Pan Am Games in '99, at the '99 World Championships in Brazil as a brown belt. He won the 8-man Abu Dhabi qualifier, submitting all 3 of his opponents. Of course, BJ Penn, a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu as well. Very credible athletes here in the Ultimate Fighting Championship.
Had a stare down yesterday. Penn with a leg kick. Had a heck of a stare down at the weigh-ins. I don't think either one of them wanted to back down and leave the podium.
I really do. If you would have thrown a mat on the ground yesterday, they would have just gone. Not in a disrespectful fashion, just in an excited fashion.
Sarah swiveled around very quickly and popped back up to his feet.
Just missed, ducked under the left. Left hook flies over the head of Matt Serra. And he closes the gap. Round 1 completed. Good pace.
Let's go. Right here. You guys in. Nick, you gotta get out. Nick, out.
This by far the biggest challenge of Sarah's career.
He's catching you when you're backing out.
Here to cover your back.
Matt, stay relaxed.
Here to cover your back. Go ahead, take care of him.
Breathe, Matt, relax. You're gonna have to stay focused, man. You gotta go real heavy during it.
Huh?
Real heavy against the fence. Make him work, man. Look at his shoulder. What about the shoulder bump to the elbow?
He's doing a good movement.
All right, but you gotta at least try it.
The elbow?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's go. Come on, Matt. You gotta pressure him now, man. You're in a fucking fight now. Listen.
You gave away the first round, man. You gotta fight your balls off, right? You know?
Serra goes down, grabs the leg. He took a nice right hand there, but Penn didn't capitalize on it.
Well, Serra's corner feeling like BJ Penn won round 1.
I think he dictated the pace. Serra is scouring the outside of the octagon. He's looking for an opening. I don't blame him for not wanting to engage. Oh!
Well, BJ trying to go high.
He's got a guillotine.
Can he close it? Can he close it?
Look how quick Penn works the arms through. Totally cuts him off.
Let's see if our fans around the world agree. Yes, they do. With Serra's corner. Good takedown. Round 1 online goes to BJ Penn. 3-1.
This is where Serra gets very interesting.
Monkey Jiu-Jitsu. Well, he's just revolutionized it. We talked about it before, and he talked about Renzo and the respect he has for him still and the foundation he gave him, but you know, he's not passive on the ground, not waiting for an opportunity. He'll take chances.
Look at Penn popping up like nothing ever happened. Back to Matt Serra, I think the old adage of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu being patience, patience, patience. He said, I don't have time for patience. I'm going to go for submissions. That was one of the few times Penn's been put on his back. Oh, that elbow missed by about an inch.
Oh, that one didn't. That one did not. That one caught BJ Penn on the left side of the face. So Serra pushing the pace. And remember, his corner was talking about using the shoulder, really pushing BJ against the fence, neutralizing him a bit.
Use the weight up against the fence, pin him there, make him work out.
That's exactly what he's doing. Just missed again. And here we go, toe-to-toe. Everything we had hoped for thus far. 7 minutes into our 15-minute fight. He steps forward, and BJ steps back.
These guys are such great fighters. I'm glad I went to the second round. I was hoping it wouldn't end in the first round. I hope it goes to a third, to be honest.
You know, foreshadowing a bit. If BJ Penn were to advance, I feel the same way about he and Uno. Remember, Penn came exploding out with a flying shot that ended the fight in 11 seconds. I like to see those guys go a long way, but Matt Serra has other ideas. He wants to be the one to beat Uno.
Serra gave a little smile there. He's looking for that opening. Moving to his right. And now it's Serra doing some boxing.
Can't take him down.
Look at him just tugging away at the leg.
Total weight is what the corner says. Pin him against the fence. Octagon control is something that goes into the judges rendering their decision. And a good takedown by BJ Penn.
I'm not sure if I'd want to take Matt Serra down. If I felt I was winning the stand-up game, which has been pretty even, I would not want to be in that position right there, because that's where Serra is excruciatingly dangerous at times. Oh. Man. The exchanges, up and down, great transitions.
Now, in mixed martial arts competition, Penn has never been submitted. His one loss to Pulver was a split decision after a 5-round display of extreme talent by both fighters.
Oh, big right hand by Matt Serra.
Now
look at it.
Bring it on, baby. Serra getting fired up. And he delivers another right. And forces Penn to the fence again. Serra's confidence is building as the fight goes on.
I was about to say that. He is getting more and more confident in his boxing as the second round closes. And he laughed at the people who said he didn't want to stand up with BJ Penn.
You know what? Despite what Matt Serra told us, I still believe there was part of him that was in awe of BJ Penn. And as he stands with BJ longer in this fight, he believes more in his ability to defeat BJ Penn. Matt would have never admitted that. It's just my gut feeling I could be wrong.
Let's face it, aside from the Pulver fight, you can't really judge any of Penn's fights because they didn't go very long.
That's exactly right.
And as this fight goes on longer, the chess match gets more interesting, and maybe Serra is starting to think ahead a couple of moves.
Round 2 to Matt Serra.
Serra says, bring it on.
It's like he's mad now. Like Paulie.
We need this round, BJ.
Don't hold back, BJ.
Okay?
Paulie said to Mickey when Rocky got mad. What's
You
he
need to
doing?
turn up the pace,
He's mad.
okay?
He's got it under
Okay?
He
control.
doesn't want to fight your fight. He's afraid of striking. Okay? Come on.
You got to turn it up. Turn it up on the striking.
Let's go. Pick it up, B. Pick it up.
Turn it up on the striking.
BJ, he can't stand with you. He can't stand with you, BJ. Okay, come on. Hey.
Crazy Bob Cook telling BJ to turn it up. And there's a big right hand from Matt Serra, and he says, bring it on. Boom. Wow. It's been a great couple of rounds. The winner to face Kyle Uno. I get my wish. We're going to number 3.
Well, this is what everybody had hoped for. A fight potentially to go the distance. Matt Serra.
You ready? You ready? Get it on!
BJ Penn, round 3. Both, we believe, have won a round.
They're telling BJ, you gotta let loose, gotta let loose.
Online, the fans agree, but in a much closer voting.
Penn just stuck him with a good left jab.
There's a kick, and Serra misses on the return with a right cross.
I think Penn has matured. I mean, he's taken the time to feel his opponents out. He is much more relaxed.
That's dangerous, yeah. Good takedown defense by BJ Penn there. Serra didn't have the explosiveness in that single leg attempt, did he?
Yeah, it looked like he shot from a couple of feet further back. Gave him plenty of warning time. Penn capitalized. He wants to. And now look at Serra. Serra's not scouring the outside of the octagon. He's not backing up. He's staying in the face of BJ Penn. Gotta be careful.
Yeah, you do. That's the second time he's tried to shoot, and he almost ate a lethal one both times. 3.5 minutes remains. The fight could be determined in this next 3.5 minutes.
These are two guys. I don't want to see either one of them lose. Or I want to see one of them win.
Again, Serra cannot take down BJ Penn. He can't even get to the legs. And he's one of the finest at takedowns in the world.
But what's different about Serra this time is that he's starting to throw shots before he takes. Look at those.
There's some good shots. Serra pushes Penn against the fence again.
Big overhand rights.
Detractors wrote Serra off as another grappler who couldn't adjust to the strikes. Well, they were wrong there. I can tell you one thing. A lot of people had a lot of thoughts on this lightweight tournament, but I can guarantee not many said the final would be Matt Serra and Carl Uno. That is an absolute guarantee.
Penn hasn't really been dictating a whole lot. At least Serra is trying to shoot in. Oh, right hand caught Serra in the eye.
Some might have picked one upset, but not two. But it's far from over. And far from a foregone conclusion here that Serra is going to win this fight.
2 minutes left. I think BJ Penn has finished 2. Oh!
Missed with the kick. Serra back up. Here we go. Let's see what happens here. Both fighters know their chance for a championship belt to be placed around their waist stands in the next 1 minute and 50 seconds. Penn with the jab.
Serra needs to keep those hands up. Serra, Penn with another jab. Serra with a single leg. Oh, trying to drive that shoulder forward. Penn showing great wrestling skill. Delivers an elbow to the thigh. Body shots. Another elbow. Oh, Serra is really trying to drive it forward, and he cannot get him to the ground.
Serra with that determined look again. 70 seconds remains. Sold out Mohegan Sun Arena here in Uncasville, Connecticut. Great and rambunctious crowd tonight.
If Serra can land a shot or two, maybe mentally, that will give him that momentum he needs that he found in the second round.
Somebody needs to make a statement here in this third round. They need to do it now.
It's been a pretty even final round. They have approaching the 30-second mark, and Matt Serra with a rare leg kick. It's Serra throwing a high kick.
BJ with a good return.
Yeah, Serra gave him a nod as to say, good job.
15 seconds. Serra missed. BJ tries to counter again. Serra feels it, wants it, goes for the kick again. 5 seconds. We're going to go to the judges' card to see who will fight Carl Uno for the lightweight championship. Neither dominant in round 3. Round. Serra won 1 round, that being round 2.
You won? You won. No, there's no doubt. There's no doubt. I gotta get more aggressive, though. I gotta be more aggressive.
I don't know if I agree with it. There's no doubt.
Nice deep breath. Relax. There's one punching out there.
I think earlier on, BJ Penn was forcing Serra to backpedal a little. Second round, Serra really came on strong. And the third round, I don't know.
As we wait for the official decision, here's what our fans at UFC.tv said about round number 3.
Ooh.
A slight, ever so slight edge given to Matt Serra. And so the final tally in our online scoring would give Matt Serra the victory. 2 rounds to 1.
It was a very close round. Maybe they're basing that on how many times Serra tried to engage the takedown. Penn kind of laid back a little bit in that round. This is going to be a close one.
This is going to be a close one. Bruce Buffer has it. And we go to the veteran voice of the Octagon. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a big hand for these 2 UFC lightweight warriors. After 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecard for decision. Judge Jeff Mullen scores it 29-28. Judge Cecil Peoples scores it 29-28. Judge Douglas Crosby scores it 29-28 for the winner. And advancing to the finals in the UFC Lightweight Championship Tournament, the Prodigy, BJ Penn.
29-28 on all 3 cards.
Well, Uno will get his wish at a rematch. And BJ, a close fight.
Man, oh man. BJ with a look of relief more than anything after the decision went his way. Let's check in first with Matt Serra. He's with Ryan Bennett.
That's right, Mike. Bring in Matt Serra. First of all, Matt, I tell you what, very close match. How would you score it?
You know what? I have to apologize because anytime it goes the distance, whether I'm the victor or, you know, I lose, whenever it goes the distance, I'm kind of upset. You know, I try to do my best to finish. But, you know, he's the man tonight, so I take my hats off to him.
Very classy, Matt Serra. Matt, you've been able to take pretty much anybody down. Were you surprised that he could stay up with 1 leg?
No, man, I was kind of expecting it and worked some stuff, and some of it landed. But I knew he had great balance, and I know he's tough as hell. So,
you know, you don't get surprised in here too much. You just expect anything and everything. So, you know, it's all good, man.
All right, let's hear it from the hometown guy, Matt Serra. Great job.
Classy young man.
All right, let's bring him in. BJ Penn. BJ, we knew this was going to be a tough fight. Did you think this was going to go the distance?
Matt fought a great fight. That's why I went the distance. Besides, that's it. He fought a great fight. That's why I went the distance. And I never planned on going the distance. But I don't know. I just fought real bad tonight.
Now, BJ, let's talk about it. You were going to fight Cal Uno. You beat him quickly last time. We saw a very impressive Uno. I know you've just won, but talk to me about that upcoming matchup.
I want to do something before I talk about that fight. I wanted to dedicate my last 3 fights to a friend of mine, Brian Johnston. And now that I got the chance to dedicate this fight, I'm sorry it wasn't my best fight, but Brian, this fight is for you.
Very classy. Good job, BJ. Let's talk about it now. It's the fight. It's for the title, man. Talk to me how you feel about Cal Uno.
Cal Uno, we're going to go to war in November or whenever it is. I don't know when it is. But you'll see a different BJ Penn that night. And I don't know, I just feel real bad about my performance.
All right, there he is. BJ Penn moving on to the finals to face Cal Uno in the UFC Lightweight Championship.
All right, Ryan, thank you very much. Unanimous decision goes to BJ Penn. His only loss was a split decision after 5 rounds to Pulver. He's put together 2 wins since that point and had a totally different approach coming into this fight. So the lightweight tournament is updated, and we believe it will be scheduled after the first of the year. But coming up next for the heavyweight championship in this UFC world, Randy Couture, Ricco Rodriguez. Will the natural be the champion for the 3rd time, or will Rodriguez be a champion for the first time in his life? UFC 39 is being brought to you by the Mohegan Sun, host venue of the Ultimate Fighting Championship. By Fairtex Gear, equipment of champions at fairtexgear.com. By the Gordon Bierce Brewing Company, beer like it ought to be. By the Joe Weider Weekend, October 18th and 19th at the Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino. For tickets for the Mr. Olympia competition and expo, call 702-632-7580. And for tickets for the Martial Arts Extravaganza, call 239-352-1999 or log on at weiderweekend.com. By Crave Entertainment, publishers of UFC video games for the Xbox video game system from Microsoft, PlayStation 2 computer entertainment system, and Nintendo GameCube system. And by Trim Spa, the only choice when you need to melt those tough pounds in a hurry. Oh, the anticipation continues to build. In a moment, they'll take the octagon and then they'll take on each other. Randy Couture, Ricco Rodriguez for the now vacated UFC Heavyweight Championship. Jeff Osborne, we first talked Randy Couture, the consummate professional. He and his wife Trish expecting a baby in May. He's been training for the Eco Challenge in Fiji. The man's a phenomenal athlete, even at 39 years old.
He's one of those guys who he's like the Dick Clark of mixed martial arts. The guy just doesn't get older. I think he just gets better. When he started out in the UFC, he made a big impact by beating Vitor Belfort. He's continually improved over the last several years, and he says he's continually doing that, and that brings him here tonight.
You know, it's interesting, we mentioned this earlier, still officially, there is a loss on the record of Randy Couture. It's the loss to Josh Barnett. I said, are you better after a loss? And there was no hesitation for Couture. He said, absolutely. And now the late bloomer, Randy Couture, has a chance to be the sport's first ever 3-time champion.
Yeah, the whole USA theme and the natural handle came from the Belfort fight.
Couture has landed a bunch of punches to the face of Vitor.
I was an underdog in that fight.
Stunning upset.
And I'm comfortable with that American theme after being in the military and representing the U.S. In the Olympics and the World Championships and all those things that I've done. The newest challenge that I'm kind of taking on is the Eco Challenge. I like the adrenaline. I like all the things that come along with those kinds of, especially physical challenges.
I've been interested in aviation since I was a kid. And that was originally why I joined the service. I went in as an air traffic controller, then they figured out I could wrestle. I'm still interested in getting my private pilot's license, so it's one more challenge, one more thing that I'm interested in.
I get a chance once in a while to lay around and relax, and usually I come down here and watch fight tapes, you know, study the guys I'm gonna fight. I studied Ricco.
There he steps over to this knee bar. He's good at this. It's so big, he's got big thighs and big hips. He'd swallow your leg if you let him get to it.
I think if Ricco has a weakness, it would be two things. One, that his level of fitness isn't generally as high as it could be, especially for a 5-round fight. 25 minutes is a long time to fight. And that's a weapon I bring to every fight, is that I generally am very fit. I can go hard for 5 rounds. He's never been in a 5-round fight. He's never been under the pressure of trying to win a title. This will be my 3rd time there. The other thing is he's not real keen on getting hit in the face. He cowers away, he turns and flinches and covers. You know, I think those two things are going to be keys for me. Make it hard on him, get in his face, hit him.
Well, he is determined and he is talented. He is Randy Couture. But how about Ricco Rodriguez? We have never seen or heard Ricco act in the way that he has this last week.
Yeah, he's dead serious this time. He says, no more nicknames. I'm here as Ricco Rodriguez, and I'm here to fight. And he said, guys, look out. And he's proven us before. He's did cartwheel guard passes. I've seen him do flying arm bars. These are moves that 155-pound fighters can do. And he said, don't be surprised if you see some of those tonight.
He has trained in Japan. He was 3-0 in his fights in Japan. He's an Abu Dhabi champion. I mean, Ricco was all about having some fun, making a name for himself in that fashion, and for that reason he was not taken seriously. Well, you know what? Take him seriously. He has the talent. Another thing he has, the hometown crowd in his corner. Mom says if you lose, don't come back home.
Big Bear has a lot of things to offer. I'm away from everything that I love to do. I'm up here, I'm not hanging out with my friends, I'm not with my girls. I'm up here in the mountain, preparing myself for one of the toughest fights of my life. I'm pissed off every single day that I'm up here, but every day that I look in the mirror and I look at Randy Couture's face on my refrigerator, knowing that I have to be up here because of this guy, trust me, someone's going down and it ain't gonna be me. Wrestling. This is pretty much what the fight's going to consist of. So what I've done is brought in the best wrestlers in the world. I brought in Mark Kerr, I brought in some NCAA wrestlers, and I brought them in to help me with my wrestling. But let's remember, this is the Ultimate Fighting Championship, and it's about fighting. I'm going to take him out of his element and bring him to fight.
He's really focused. He works hard. He goes out and gives his best. Sometimes when all other things are being equal, you know, heart and desire are the things that determine the outcome of the fight. And, you know, I see it in him. You know, I think he really wants this and he's putting the effort in to get it.
He's still learning. That's what's so scary about the whole thing. And this is going to be a big testing point for him. He's going to push and see how strong his mind is and how strong his heart is to fight probably one of the best champions, Randy Couture.
All my fights in the UFC have been ground fights, ending up with me on top of my opponent and punching them out.
Right, left explosion.
Of course, I know that Randy Couture wants to go 5 rounds because I've never been there. But the biggest thing is that I know that I can go 5 rounds if needed to.
And Rodriguez is stunned.
Some people say I have a glass chin. Some people say, you know, I've never been punched. You know, they refer to me as, you know, Ricco Suave. Look at his face. You know, he's a pretty boy. He never gets hit. He reminds me of Rocky Marciano. You gotta respect him. The guy's a true champion. And he's one of the best at what he does. But I think his time has come to an end. He's 39 years old. He's got to pass the torch, and the new and the young and improved are coming along. And that's me.
Well, he won in Abu Dhabi when he was 19 years old. He has felt that he could go against the upper echelon in the heavyweight division. He gets a chance tonight. Ricco told us yesterday 110 fans, 110 tickets, supporters from Staten Island, Jersey. He said not everybody wants to claim Jersey. That was Ricco who said that, not I. But he is going to enjoy this experience. And Mom really did tell him. He said, hey, my mom's, she's a tough Puerto Rican woman who grew up in Staten Island. She said, she's serious, man. If you lose, don't come home because you'll have a tough time coming home.
Yeah, Ricco thinks he's coming home, and deservedly so. Once 300 pounds, and it wasn't muscle. He is trimmed up. He went to Big Bear, and we heard him say it. I looked at Randy Couture every day as a reminder as to why I am here training this hard. And we'll see how this training pans out. One of these guys will walk out with a gold, one will not. And we're about to see who.
It was not muscle, it was relaxed muscle, as they say. All right, we are set for the UFC Heavyweight Championship fight. Couture and Rodriguez.
This fight is for the UFC Heavyweight Championship of the world.
And he knocks down to the floor. It's all over. Ricco Rodriguez is victorious. Right left explosion.
Great right.
And again.
And a knee.
Now a knee. Rodriguez said it, he does. Ricco Rodriguez. And he knocks down to the floor.
Ricco.
Another explosion. Rodriguez hopes to explode tonight. Here to determine the new UFC Heavyweight Champion. A submission specialist. Couture says, I got to look out for those knee bars. He is very agile for a heavyweight. I said he moves like a lightweight fighter. Look out for anything. And he has worked on that striking.
He has defeated Orlovsky, Williams, Monson, and Kasaka. Now, to be a champion, he must defeat the most decorated heavyweight in UFC history. Ricco Rodriguez set to take on former champion Randy Couture.
With the quick takedown, the patience, the roll. Couture has landed a bunch of punches to the face of Vitor. Oh, look at this. Uppercut after uppercut.
He has been in many 5-round wars in the UFC. Both say they could go the full 5. He is a world-class wrestler. Very dangerous in the clinch. He is great also at grounding and pounding his opponent.
Nicknamed recently by his training partner Matt Lindland as Eco Frico as he gets set for the Eco Challenge in Fiji in October. Tonight is all about one thing, getting that belt put back around his waist. Tail of the tape, heavyweight title fight tonight. Ricco Rodriguez, Randy Couture. Tail of the tape brought to you by Trim Spa. 14 years in age is the difference. But Couture told us his body is the man of a man in his 20s. So that would put him on par, as Jeff said earlier, with the heavier and taller Ricco Rodriguez. For the official Octagon introductions of these two great fighters, we go to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this UFC Championship bout is sanctioned by the Mohegan Tribe Department of Athletic Regulations with Mr. Jerry Boyle, Director. Our 3 judges at Octagon side are Mr. Douglas Crosby, Dr. Nelson Hamilton, and Mr. Jeff Mullen. This championship bout is sponsored by Trim Spa, the amazing body shaping formula. And now, it's time to begin the main event of the evening. These two UFC warriors have now entered the octagon, and tonight, only one will lead a champion. This fight is 5 rounds for the UFC Heavyweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, the fighter standing to my left. He is a wrestling, kickboxing, and Machado Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu expert with a mixed martial arts record of 9-1-0. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 243 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, please welcome Ricco And now, introducing the fighter standing to my right. He is a wrestling expert with a mixed martial arts record of 7-3-0. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 227 pounds. Fighting out of Gresham, Oregon. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the former 2-time UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Randy, the Natural Couture. And when the action begins, our referee is Big John McCarthy.
We are getting ready for round 1. The fight is scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Ricco Rodriguez, undefeated in the octagon against the 2-time champion, defeated just once, Randy Couture. It is time to begin the main event.
Go, UFC Heavyweight Championship, what you came for. Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's get it on!
All right, the new and improved Ricco Rodriguez. And the very disciplined Couture coming off his first ever loss in mixed martial arts competition.
I think it's going to come down as to who has the bigger will to win. Couture, he comes out ready to box. There's Ricco trying that patented flying knee.
Oh, spinning back kick. Ricco's got some quicks for a big boy. Couture wants to get the call. That one caught the midsection of Ricco Rodriguez.
And there was one thing I was told, it's that Ricco does not like body shots in training. Of course, that all could have changed from his last fight to this fight.
5 weeks in Big Bear. Isolation, if you will. Oh, tried to go with the front kick. Almost delivered the shot to Couture. Couture really pressing the action here.
A leg kick by Randy Couture. You don't see that too often.
No, that's where the improvement of this game continues.
And Randy's going for that clinch.
That's that dirty boxing that you've talked about before.
Tie him up, throw the uppercuts. Look at him. Switches Ricco around. Now it's Ricco's back up against the fence.
Come on the inside. Left hand in.
Couture boxed a little bit in the Army. He says just a little bit of boxing, but we know his striking has gotten better over the years.
Yeah, just from back when I started in 1997, he has improved incredibly. He's not even the same fighter. Look at Couture. Awesome wrestling skills.
That's one thing about Rodriguez. He's got some good wrestling background himself, and the submissions are excellent. He goes for the takedown. Barnett got Couture to his back and then punished him. Certainly Rodriguez has watched that tape on numerous occasions.
Randy crossed his legs. And Ricco was able to capitalize. So look at this.
Randy wants to get right back up. He said that's that wrestler mentality. You won't get me on my back, you won't hit me no matter what happens.
As he did right hand. I would not even call Couture 39 years old. It's 39 years young, in my opinion. Look at Ricco working the underhooks.
Ricco feels like he's in the best shape mentally and physically of his life. Flying knees and the flying arm bars, hot wheel passing the guard. He'll do the unexpected.
I think we're getting the best possible Ricco Rodriguez and the best possible Randy Couture for this fight.
I agree 100%. Let's hope it goes a while. There's a knee.
Ricco barely got out of the way. Look at Couture. There's a box and left jab lands.
Yeah. Rodriguez in front of 100+ family and friends with the flying knee. But Couture able to withstand. And there's a big takedown there.
That was poetry in motion.
How quick did that happen? 125 remains in round one. That was takedown 101 right there, boys.
Trip that single leg. That was beautiful. We'll see if he wants to pass the guard. He may play a ground and pound game.
Now he's finished many of his fights in a ground and pound fashion. There's no question about that.
A wrestler the skill of Randy Couture. Ricco may have a weight advantage, but Couture can make himself feel 100 times heavier with that wrestling base.
I look back on the history of Randy Couture, and other than going to the majority decision at UFC Japan, Ultimate Japan in December '97 against Maurice Smith, everything's been stopped due to punches in a ground and pound fight.
Look at this.
And Randy stays busy. 30 seconds remains in round one.
This is where I would not want to get too close to Ricco. He's in that guard. Couture. Oh, beautiful reversal.
Well, Ricco's done a lot of wrestling with Mark Kerr, former UFC champion, because he knew that there would be a lot of wrestling tonight, as he talked about before.
Kerr definitely. Oh,
taken down again, though. Round one, dictated by Randy Couture.
Got to give it to him. Two picture-perfect takedowns and controlling the stand-up game.
Good.
Very, very explosive first round.
Second round coming up. Second round coming up.
Hey, when you get the fence, remember the elbow over the cross when you fumble in, all right? Remember, elbow can come over. Come on, but you gotta have confidence in this shit, man. You're fucking good. You're doing good here. That fucking flying knee, that shit will work too. And just fill the gap. Throw combinations when you're on the feet, all right? Make sure you keep your hands up. Can't punch fucking hard. Remember that. All right? Doing good. Come on, buddy.
Tito suggested to throw some combos. Look at that beautiful trip. Check this out. Man, that was so quick. And here's a look at that second takedown later in the round. And we're starting the second round.
Online scoring again will be updated for you. That takedown came a bit more easily. Close guard around Randy Couture. Two explosive takedowns in round one. The difference to give Couture an advantage early in this fight.
Ricco tried that big knee once again. He timed it greatly against Jeff Munson and landed flying knee after flying knee. Made it look easy.
First round, people at home as promised, 61% say Couture. Log on, cast your vote, UFC.tv. What a main event tonight. Couture and Rodriguez. November, Ortiz and Shamrock live on pay-per-view.
Oh, look at the shoulder.
Yep.
Those Pacific Northwest guys will drive that shoulder in your face. It's just as brutal as a punch.
So one thing about Couture, even in an opponent's guard, he can inflict damage. Some guys need the mount. Couture can inflict damage. Now rubbing the elbow, rubbing the forearm. Rather.
That is a frustrator. It is a distractor.
Takes away a breathing pattern, too.
Oh, look at Randy.
Yeah, just driving through the guard.
there to Ricco Rodriguez. And throwing some shots down. Ricco trying to answer with a forearm, and that'll back Randy off a bit.
Now Ricco opens up his guard. I don't know if he's...
Randy comes down with a left, and Ricco hits from his back. That's twice Ricco Rodriguez has countered nicely.
Randy's got to watch his arm. Ricco's trying to move around.
Let's not forget, Machado Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Abu Dhabi submission wrestling champion. Ricco Rodriguez is dangerous on the ground. He has the advantage in submission, undoubtedly over Randy Couture.
The minute Randy fully extends his arms, or even if he's throwing punches, Ricco can move out of the way of the punches and work his legs up high, which he's trying to do. Randy could be in danger.
Ricco acknowledging Randy definitely the toughest opponent he's ever faced because of the vast experience he has in the octagon. And Ricco's a Randy fan. And watching him since he wrestled in the NCAA.
Gotta work, let's go, let's do something, come on. Once you do something, come on.
John, tell him to pick up the pace.
2:10 remains in round 2.
I think Ricco would like to be on his back. There's the driving shoulder. Continues to impress me with every outing.
Rodriguez knew he'd have to have superior cardio, an incredible game plan, and a lot of hustle to win this fight. He knew he was going to withstand some punishment. There's a big left there. Couture got up, he passes guard. Half guard now. Thought he had it completely passed and had side position, but Rodriguez regained the right leg.
Ricco wiped his nose, saw a little bit of blood. Look at the blood. Look at Couture. Trying to work his right leg through and pass the guard. Ricco.
Underhook with your left arm, Ricco.
Clamping it down. Look at Ricco. He's going to try to work his left leg through, but Randy powers him up against the fence.
A 4-time World Team member, Pan Am Games champion, 3-time Collegiate All-American, and 4-time National Greco-Roman champion Couture. Has Ricco Rodriguez in the clinch. And takes the fight again. Ricco was hurt on that way down. Couture trying to finish it. Couture trying to finish the fight. 40 seconds remains. Rodriguez let a shrill of pain out as he went down. Twisted a knee or an ankle.
I think Randy may have landed on his groin. I could be totally wrong, but that was a reaction that it looked like. He didn't have time to complain because Couture was just on top of him.
20 seconds.
You can hear him.
20 seconds.
As he went down. But he withstands. Couture trying to finish the fight there. And he'll have a minute to readjust himself.
Working.
Keep working, working.
Could have caught an ankle. The knee in an awkward position. Let's see how he is when he stands up here. Seems okay.
I think maybe accidentally it looked as if all of Couture's weight could have came down on the groin of Rodriguez.
Okay, you're controlling it everywhere right now. Need some water.
We'll try to tell from one of these vantage points. No, it was not. He took a lot of punches. Didn't have time to complain. Whatever it was that hurt Rodriguez.
I think it was the right knee getting bent awkwardly. Yeah. I think his knee got trapped a bit. Yeah, look at him. He was defenseless for just a moment. Couture tried to seize it. Ricco did a great job of fighting through it. And now as you look at him in the corner, he appears to be fine, and Couture appears to be getting stronger as time goes on again.
Look at the smile on Randy's face.
He's never called it a fight. He's always called it a competition. And that is why he is in this game, because it is the ultimate of competitions. They're the greatest fighters in the world, the most well-rounded, the most well-trained, the most well-conditioned.
Oh, man. These two guys continue to impress me. Randy Couture, you know, I never thought I'd be seeing him throwing combinations. His work with Maurice Smith. There's that flying knee, almost connected.
Round 2, people at home, UFC.tv. Around the world, they are watching us live on pay-per-view. A big advantage given to Couture in round 2. Randy wants the belt back around his waist. Rodriguez wants to wear it back on Staten Island. Mama could be proud. Randy into his patented ground and pound game here at the beginning of round number 3.
Other heavyweights that maybe both of these guys should look at. Tim Sylvia, Gan McGee. Both look great. Oh, hard left.
Big boys, that's for sure.
Randy throwing the short forearm. Up against the jaw. Look at him trying to pass.
You're both doing good.
And Ricco.
Shoulder. Work that arm a little.
Randy trying to get to his back, but Ricco has the arm preventing him from doing so. Gotta watch the knees. The knee bar. Ricco's not in any position.
Let's go. Just a hand.
Randy stands up. Could be in some danger.
We're up in Patterson, New Jersey. On this ghetto of ghettos.
Look at the knees.
And now Couture trying to finish the fight against Rodriguez. Seizing an opportunity here in round 3 to punish the back of Rodriguez's head. Ricco gets the takedown though. And he's got Randy on his back.
And Randy's punching away. Look at this.
This is where Randy's wrestling mentality comes back. This is what he said yesterday. He doesn't want to be on his back. It's like somebody's trying to pin me. There's no way I'm going to get pinned.
Tito Ortiz, Saul Felice, Mark Lehman yelling advice saying throw some shots. Throw those forearms down. They are in the corner of Ricco Rodriguez.
This is where Burnett was able to overpower Couture. Rodriguez, similar size and strength.
2 minutes left. Ricco is going for that guard pass. Oh, wait a minute. Randy is cranking away at the head. Outside, Ricco's also.
Simultaneous submission attempts.
Ricco throwing some short elbows and forearms down the face. Possible.
Ricco's got a chance to win this round now. And then it would get very interesting. A lot of time to work here. Still 80 seconds remaining in round 3.
And Randy's doing a great job of holding close, not letting him get the distance he needs to really get a powerful forearm or an elbow shot off.
Sakuraba to Kerr. Jean-Jacques Machado in the brothers. To Tito Ortiz, to Chuck Liddell. And Ricco was trained with the best. Wants to seize this moment. He's finally got it in his world, in his control here.
He has less than a minute.
Ricco's a big, strong guy. Randy knows that.
Look at Randy's guard work. Ricco unable to pass that leg.
30 seconds. What's the leg lock?
Randy has pressed his back up against the fence. Look at Ricco going for an armbar. Grabbed a hold of it. Oh. And there he switched for knee bar. It was unavailable. And now we're back to a different game. He's got a guillotine.
Only 7 seconds remains in the round. Couture pulls his head out regardless. Ricco has just won his first round. Ricco getting stronger as the fight gets deeper.
what you need.
Some water.
There's a lot. Hold this.
Shake my arms out.
More title, Randy. Take it back. You know what to do.
Hey, your hands stay up, bro. Hit for combinations and look for a shot. If you get pushed against the fence, make sure you're underhooking to a side and circling, okay? Look for the inside trip. Look for the inside trip, okay? But be careful. Don't get too excited. When he's on top, push his fucking elbow and look for elbow strikes, right? Good job, buddy. Keep working. Keep working. Circle, circle, circle.
Our light heavyweight champion Tito Ortiz in the corner of Ricco Rodriguez.
You ready? You
Rodriguez.
Ready? Let's get it on. Come on.
Couture. We begin round 4. Wrestling the wrestler. And a good takedown for Rodriguez.
Now Ricco taking control, totally turning the tables in the first 2 rounds.
People at home give Rodriguez round 3. Ever so slightly, but nonetheless they do. Did the judges. Couture is UFC.tv.
That's Randy can hope for right here is to hold his position and keep Ricco in tight. Close him up and hope that it stands up and he can get off the fence.
You know, this is reminiscent so far of the UFC 34 fight when Randy defeated Pedro Rizzo. Or pardon me, the 31 fight when he defeated Rizzo the first time in that controversial 5-round decision at the Trump
The elbows starting to come down. Couture crunched up against the fence.
Let's go. Underhook that.
1, 2, 3, 4. Shots being thrown by Rodriguez.
5 weeks at Big Bear, staring at a picture of Couture on the refrigerator every day. Training in isolation. Showing us the depth of his skills here, Ricco Rodriguez. His only loss was the first fight of his career to Bobby Hoffman. He has won 9 straight mixed martial arts matches since that point, including 4 in the UFC.
Telling him to throw those elbows down.
He's had Randy on his back most of this round, and he's starting to get some ground and pound. His corner smiling.
There are those elbows, the push-off elbows. You place your hand on the face and just push the hand off, and the elbow follows.
This is where Randy Couture did not want to be. He told us, I do not want to be on my back.
Ricco.
Ricco's staying busy.
Ricco has swelling. Couture has swelling. Brown picking up the chin of Ricco. And one of Randy's arms is dropped.
That's what Barnett did. And then you can't defend yourself.
Come on! Come on!
That's in the guard for a brief moment. And Couture gets a half guard back.
You gotta get that arm out. Get that arm out of there.
You can hear the corner Couture yelling at him, you've got to get your arm out of there. And he does. Couture got his arm out. Now he can block those punches again. But not the elbows. Rodriguez. That's a page out of Tito Ortiz's book with those forearm slams.
Randy's got to tie him up. Tie him up close. Close his guard. Hopefully gets stood back up.
Total control of round 4 for Ricco Rodriguez. He learned the importance of conditioning from Tito Ortiz.
You can do it, Randy. You can do it.
And he's showing great conditioning here. Hey, we've never seen him go this deep.
Although there's some strong elbows.
Couture can't get out of this position.
He's doing a good job of fending most of them off, though. his arm. Now taking away half of his weapon. And there's a full mount.
There's a full mount. 30 seconds remains in the full mount. He passed the guard.
Armbar. He's going for armbar, but Couture is too close.
Couture spins out. He's got his head up, but he doesn't have the energy to try to submit. And Couture pulls it out.
He went for the arm that was closest to the fence, and he couldn't extend. Now it's Randy coming back.
Do we have the new greatest fight in heavyweight history?
Whoa, kicking it down the corner. Randy ducked it.
Round 4 to Rodriguez.
Look at the motivation of Tito Ortiz in his face.
Make that shot, pop him once, take him down.
Come around, buddy. All right. You got one round in you? Okay, Ricco, come on. This is what we work for, Ricco. Don't wash your mouth out. You're working good, Ricco. You're working good. Hey, you set up with punches. Set up with punches, look for the shot, okay? Look for the inside trips, look for shots, okay? You're getting that hoorah on him no matter what, all right? You got him gasped with a...
There are some of the punches and some of the elbows that Rodriguez was able to throw down. He slips the leg through for a full mount and just starts teeing off. But it was not enough. You see him going for the right arm. Not going to let him get full extension on the hips. Not even going to let him fall back. Randy Couture, I got to give him credit because I thought the fight was almost over. Here's the end of the round. Randy barely ducks that kick.
5th and final round. They begin on the feet. This will determine who will be the UFC heavyweight champion. Rodriguez for a first time.
Whoa, 1, 2, 3.
For a third. People at home have it even, giving 85% of the tallies to that man in round number 4. How does Couture avoid the same type of punishment here in round 5? He's already been taken down, pushed against the fence. And we find a similar look to what was a dominant round 4 for Ricco Rodriguez.
Randy landed a great combination, but Rodriguez got a hold of him and just drove him down.
1, 2, 3. 2 to the midsection, 1 to the head by Rodriguez. Now he'll work the left side.
I could give Couture the first 2 and Ricco the second 2, so it's the whole new ball game in this 5th and final round.
That's what the fans have done around the world at UFC.tv. Could there be another belt in the can for team punishment?
Nice, yes. Now come over the top.
Tito Ortiz, the light heavyweight champion. Ricco Rodriguez hoping to win the heavyweight class.
That was a stiff right forearm. Right to the face of Ricco. Randy Couture.
Left hook, left. Pull his head, put it back in the face. Yes, buddy. Come on,
You know, I've talked numerous times about the advantage of having a situation like this in front of your own corner, too. Especially late in the fight. And they are right in front of the Rodriguez corner. And you can hear Tito loud and clear.
Yes, make sure you have a good position.
3 minutes to decide who's the champion.
Okay, now, hey, there you go, nice. Work the look. There you go, circle him in.
Randy's got to get it up.
Left hook, left elbow.
Ricco keeps it busy. I don't know if he will stand back up. There's another forearm.
Nice.
And another.
You're taking it out of him, Ricco. Keep elbows.
Ricco.
Taking it out of him.
And he had him in an awkward position. With one leg pinned down. Oh, those elbows connecting.
Come on, baby, let's get out.
What can Couture do, Jeff?
I don't think he can do anything from right there. I think that Ricco there's a big weight advantage. He's got him bent down. The best he can do is hold on and hope it stood up. But Ricco, big barrage of punches and elbows.
That's it.
Hold up. They're calling it. That's it. It's over. And it's all over. The fight has been stopped by John McCarthy. Ricco Rodriguez
champion, goddammit.
Oh, they're attempting to see taps.
Tap, Randy, tap. Okay.
I saw a little bit of pain in the face of Randy. He closed his eyes, and I guess that's the time he tapped. We couldn't tell from our vantage point.
Yes, buddy. Yeah.
Overcome by emotion. The new heavyweight champion, Ricco Rodriguez. There's Mark Kerr.
What they telling you? Champion of the world.
Congratulations, Ricco. Let me get you ready for the camera.
Get ready for him. Hey, listen.
Good job, my man. Get you ready for the camera. Hey, Ricco's on it.
Yeah.
Congratulations, my man. Give me a big round, bro.
Ricco. Hey, wear the belt. Wear it proud, brother.
Yeah, baby. That's what we work for. Let's take all the days up in Big Bear, baby. Not going out and partying.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Ricco. Good fight, baby.
Into the fight. Let's see if we can see a tap or if it was a referee stoppage.
I see Randy towards the ending seconds of the fight. He started closing his eyes. I don't know if Big John thought it was time to step in there and call it quits, or if Randy did indeed tap.
Yeah, I didn't see a tap. No.
I didn't see a tap.
Yeah, he caught the eye of Randy. Look at the pain.
It could have been verbal.
Nonetheless, it does not matter. The one thing that does is Ricco Rodriguez is your new heavyweight champion. Bruce Buffer inside the octagon.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a big hand for these two UFC heavyweight warriors. Referee Big John McCarthy stopped this bout due to a tap out at 3 minutes, 4 seconds of the 5th round. For the winner, and new UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Ricco
He took on a new attitude, and he is wearing what he felt he had the ability to earn, the UFC heavyweight belt. A single parent for 2 years, has a 5-year-old daughter. He said, there's a lot of things that people don't know about me, and they haven't given me enough credit as a fighter. Tonight, he defeated one of the greatest in UFC history, that man right there, Randy, the Natural Couture. Is this the last time we see Couture walk out of the octagon? It could very well be. Up with the new champion is Ryan Bennett.
All right, guys, he is the new UFC heavyweight champion, Ricco Rodriguez. Congratulations. A lot of emotion. Take me through that emotion, man.
First of all, I just want to thank Mohegan's son, because if it wasn't for them, they wouldn't have brought my friends and family here to witness this beautiful moment. And without them, it would never be possible. So thank you, Mohegan's son. And then I got to thank everybody who helped me do this, because it's 3 years I waited for this. First off, my boy Mark Kerr. Come here, Mark. This man, if it wasn't for him, this would have never been possible. Thank you. Sauce Solis, this guy's been with me since the day it started. And this is the guy, the brain. His son O'Neal watching at home, happy birthday. And my boy Don House. This is the man who put my hands together. I didn't show anything tonight because I choked up in the first 2 rounds. But Don House, and the cream of the crop, who can I say? Tito Ortiz, the man that speaks for himself. Without him, it wouldn't be possible. And my boy Mark Lehman, he put it together for me. This is the guy with jiu-jitsu, and most of all the Machado brothers, because they're the guys who got me started. And I got to give a little shout out to Takata Dojo, Sakuraba, and my boy Matt Hall, who's away right now. He'll be out soon. One love to you, man.
My man's got a big family, as you can see, Ricco. Hey, I tell you what, let's...
Wait, I'm sorry. I can't forget Mom, Dad. Look at the family over there. There they are right there. The Latinos from New Jersey. Nobody wants them in from New Jersey, but we are. And of course, my sponsors, Spanky's, KMC Wheels, Sinister, Dr. Patrick Fowler, the SBG, Golden Palace, all those guys. Everybody, I got to thank God. You don't understand, I've worked so hard for this. My whole life, coming from a tough neighborhood, Patterson, Staten Island, just you don't understand, this is an accomplishment, a dream, and I'm gonna sleep with this belt for the rest of my life.
Let's take you to the end of the fight, Ricco. How did you finish Randy Couture?
I just hustled. This is one thing that we work on Team Punishment. Hustle, hustle, hustle. Don't give up. When you think you're done, you can't take another step. You gotta go. And every time I heard him say, that just made me want to do it more and more. Guys, I gotta thank Zuffa. These guys are the best. Dana White, Joe Silva, Lisa too.
Did he verbally submit?
Yes, he verbally submitted. And I have the most respect for that man. He's the best in the world. You know, just guys, we do so much to get here. We train so hard. This is a physical sport. I train with pro boxers, they give me respect. I train with other martial artists, they give me respect. This is the toughest thing in the world. You give me something tougher, and I'll quit this, and I'll go do that.
2 belts in Team Punishment. Tito Ortiz, you gotta be proud of this guy, man. You knew he could do it. Tonight he did it.
Hey, it's Ricco's time right now, man. This kid, you know what? He's a person who has a strong mind. You know what? It takes to get in the octagon. It takes what he did just to Randy Couture. No one can do that to Randy Couture naturally. And Ricco Rodriguez just proved that.
Thank you.
Ricco, real quick. Now, we saw some new heavyweights tonight. We see some other guys out there, man. I tell you what, now that you got the title, everybody's shooting for you, man.
Man, I'm keeping my eye on Gan McGee. He's going to be a tough one, but I've been looking at him from day one. And everybody else, you know what? I wish to God that Zuffa would get me the fight with Nogueira and prove to the world that Ultimate Fighting Championship is the #1 organization in the world. There is no one in the world that is tougher than the Octagon. Look at that guy, Phil Baroni. He proved to the world, that guy, they bust on that guy, and that guy's got more heart, more guts than anybody I've ever seen, man. This is the toughest. Thank you, guys.
He's the new champion, Ricco Rodriguez.
He is indeed the new champion, Ricco Rodriguez, and well-spoken, and as Tito Ortiz said, it is his moment. The moment he has waited his entire life for.
Well, Mama, he's coming home, but he's going to have about 15 pounds of gold and silver in his suitcase. So, outstanding moment. He deserves it. I give him full credit for what he done because it's hard to beat a man like Randy Couture. Hey, there's nothing like a rematch. Uno and Penn 2, I'm sure, is going to be 10 times better. Uno knows Penn now. Then he didn't, and we didn't either much. But I got to take my hat off to Ricco Rodriguez tonight. Great champion. Couldn't be prouder of him.
And how about Phil Baroni, as he talked about Baroni devastating against Dave Monet?
Yeah, he came out, did what he said he was going to do. You know, Baroni's always asked, how you going to win? He goes, I'm going to knock him out. I'm going to knock him out. He's done it 2 times in a row, and he says he's going to do it again.
Sylvia and McGee, big guys with big hands.
Man, tonight the heavyweights really shine. We've seen some great fights. Gan McGee, I mean, the guy's lost 35 pounds of body fat. That's got to say something. He is dedicated, and he's back in the UFC.
And rededicated, refocused, and a new champion is Ricco Rodriguez. Our congratulations goes to Ricco, no longer Suave Rodriguez, but I guarantee you tonight, he'll be living La Vida Ricco.
He definitely will be. You know, looking forward to Ricco kind of winced when they mentioned the other heavyweight fighters who had a good showing tonight. And he's got his work cut out for him because you never know who will come along here in the UFC. As Ricco exits the building, man, sold out show once again here.
They were on their feet throughout the end of that fight. And I wonder, as Randy Couture walks away at 39 years old, defeated now on 2 occasions back-to-back, is that the last we have seen of Randy Couture in the Ultimate Fighting Championship?
You never know about Randy. He's doing the Eco Challenge. The guy just seemingly gets younger. If there's anyone that you would want your boy to be a role model, you know, Randy Couture is the perfect all-American role model. He's done everything, continuously sets goals and achieves them, but tonight he came up a little bit short, but you got to give him well-due respect as well.
So a great night of action here at the Mohegan Sun. Ultimate Fighting Championship number 39 is officially in the books. We did not have a single submission tonight, but we had some stoppages, and as always, there were fireworks. And there were fans enjoying the New York Badass, who ended his fight quickly against Dave the Warrior Monet. He got the right that stunned him, and then with hands reminiscent of a young Vitor Belfort, the night was over quickly, and Baroni feels like he's a champion. Hizzo had never lost in a non-title fight. He took on 6'10" Gan McGee, and Gan McGee able to stun Pedro Hizzo here, open uppercut, that forced a doctor stoppage. He's been vulnerable before. He loses again. Pedro Hizzo. Then the lightweight tournament. Uno. In concentration. Early it was Thomas, but then Uno showed us the vast variety of talent that he has, the skills that he owns, was continuously busy on the ground and earned the decision. Matt Serra. And a Hilo boy, BJ Penn. Now this was a great fight. It would go the distance. It would be one for the books. Serra had his chances. He got his shots. He took his shots. He delivered his shots to Penn. And in a very close decision, Penn would win unanimously. And then finally the main event, Ricco Rodriguez, Randy Couture for the heavyweight championship. Ricco in front of 110 family and friends, with mama saying you can't come home if you don't win. Was hurt early, lost the first round, lost the second round, and then got stronger as the night continued, proving he could go nearly 25 minutes as he told us he would. And finally, a verbal tap out. A verbal tap out by Randy Couture gives us a new champion, and he is Ricco Rodriguez. For Jeff Osborne and Ryan Bennett, our entire UFC crew, Mike Goldberg. See you in Vegas, everybody.
Rounds in the middleweight division. Now entering the octagon is an AMC pancreation expert with a mixed martial arts record of 9-1-0. Standing 6 feet tall, weighing in at 184 pounds. Fighting out of Seattle, Washington. Please welcome Ivan Salaverry.
Ivan Salaverry set for his second appearance here in the UFC. His first one was a good one. He is great at submissions and he can strike. He likes to strike. He trains out of Seattle, Washington at AMC Pancration under Matt Hume.
The former hook and shoot middleweight champion trying to up his UFC record to 2-0. He'll have to defeat the Olympic silver medalist to do so.
Now entering the octagon is a wrestling expert with a mixed martial arts record of 7-1-0. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 183 pounds. Fighting out of Eagle Creek, Oregon. Please welcome Matt the Law Lindner.
He will make another attempt at laying down the law in the octagon. Lindland, an Olympic silver medalist in wrestling, has worked on his striking. And you can't train with anyone better than Randy Couture.
His conditioning improved, his attitude readjusted, as Lindland coming off his first ever loss in the octagon. As we take a look at the tail of the tape, middleweight matchup between Salaverry and Lindland, brought to you by Trim Spa. 32 years old is Lindland, 1 year younger is Salaverry. There is not another single difference in this matchup as far as the numbers are concerned. Both have experienced just one loss in the octagon. Both will be officiated this time by our referee, Kip Kohler.
Ivan, you ready? Matt, you ready? Fight!
Here we go, middleweight matchup. Lindland worked some striking also at the Militich camp in preparation for this fight with Salaverry, who was so dominant in his UFC debut against Semenov in Bossier City.
Nice way to check the leg, and a takedown already puts Ivan Salivary on his back. This is where Salivary is extremely dangerous. And we pointed out in Lindland's last match, he does like to extend those arms a bit much. Maybe he has learned from those mistakes.
Now, he was overcome and eventually submitted by Murilo Bustamante after Lindland had defeated Miletic and Baroni and Almeida and Yoji Anjo. He looked unstoppable. But Bustamante certainly made Matt the Law Lindland look human.
See, Ivan Salivary showing how well you can strike. Look out!
And Lindland moved out of the way. He could sense it. And now he's trying to get the back. And he has it.
Look at the aggressiveness of Lindland.
Can Lindland get a choke in? Now this is where Lindland likes to be, Jeff, in the Greco style, just like Randy Couture. Clinching and dirty boxing opportunities, if you will.
He's trying to waist lock him to get the suplex. There's a knee to the outside left thigh.
So hold the fence.
Whoa.
And he brings down Salivary. Good pace so far being shown by Matt Lindland.
Oh, look out, knee bar.
Watch out.
Look at it. Oh, if he pulls it through, he could be in some trouble.
Lindland knows and avoids again.
Punch him.
These two have trained together before in the past, in grappling mainly. And Ivan Salivary has gotten the better of Matt Lindland, but this is not grappling. This is where all aspects of the game are thrown into the mix. And we're seeing a good job of fighting being done by an aggressive Matt Lindland.
Now Salivary saying about Matt Lindland, he felt he was a little one-dimensional. But he knows the ground and pound wrestling is one of his huge dimensions. And he's totally elite at what he does, and that is the Greco and the ground and pound combination.
Watch the leg.
Yep. But the submission advantage certainly belongs to Salivary. Oh, he opened him up that time with the left. He opened him up. Good shot by Matt Lindland.
Ivan has a small cut, small trickle. Looks like underneath. Oh, look at the shots.
3 of them with the right hand, and that forces Lindland to come back down and close the gap.
Man, Lindland, I don't think has ever looked this aggressive.
Well, you know, he and Couture, both coming off losses, both training partners, both had never lost in the UFC. I can just imagine what the last couple of months have been like for Team Quest. I mean, I'm going to think the training took a little different taste. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, you got Couture. I mean, we spoke to him. He was pumped up about the new training. That's Lindland. Lands a crushing right.
Oh, you know what? Salivary coming up and getting shots from his back. Very impressive.
I do know that Matt Humas has drilled his guys on striking from the ground, from their back, from inside their guard. They'll throw the forearms, they'll throw knees. And Salivary's doing a great job of landing from the bottom.
Well, those couple of shots are keeping Salivary in this round 1. Under 90 seconds remains. This middleweight matchup scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Close guard on Matt Lindland.
See Salivary break the legs loose momentarily and work him up high. This is where he gets dangerous. The minute Lindland extends his arms is when Salivary strikes.
Does he have room to spin so close to the fence the way he wants to? There's another strike from his back. Forcing Lindland to try to close the gap again. He kind of ate a knee there, Jeff.
Now, Lindland was the first guy to come up with a good defense to what some people call a Brazilian butt scoop. Because if you put one knee down, Salivary's not allowed to strike upwards. Good tactical fight.
That one knee down would be considered kicking, you know, the downed opponent. And thus the reference that Jeff was making to avoid being shot. But if you're standing up, your opponent has free game, even from his backside, to try to strike upon you. 20 seconds remains in round 1. Lindland in the red trunks and Salivary in the brown trunks. Lindland really controlling the pace here in round 1, although Salivary got those couple of nice rights from his back and landed into the face of Matt Lindland. Round 1 complete. A nice pace, wasn't it?
Yeah, very nice pace. A lot of action. And Lindland coming out as a whole different fighter.
Sit down. Relax and breathe, relax and breathe. Relax and breathe. Give me the rag. Give me the rag.
Now we know Salivary slick on the ground.
And you see Lindland. Look at this. Salivary spins. Lindland does the smart thing and hooks his foot inside the thigh. Salivary can't get extension on the leg for the submission, so he gives it up rather than try for it.
Good submission defense by Matt Lindland. Matt has always said he doesn't feel anyone can out-wrestle him, and with his accomplishments as a 5-time national champion, 3-time Pan Am champion, and World Cup champion, along with his silver medal, one would think that would be true. He's worked his stand-up, as we mentioned before.
Salivary, sometimes he'll get a...
Oh, high kick blocked, though. Mouthpiece forgotten by Salivary.
So that's a momentum breaker for Salivary.
Yeah. Yep. Lindland was like, what? Nothing happened. Matt is very focused. A new intensity for this fight.
They know each other's groundwork inside out. The stand-up is where it gets interesting.
It sure does. That's where Couture and Lindland have taken a weakness in the last few years and tried to make it something of a positive. Oh, he ate a knee there and goes for the clinch.
And Salivary striking on the rebound. And there's those double underhooks. And that's what they're known for, taking your feet out from underneath you. And he has side control on Salivary.
Side control on the fence. Salivary showing its back.
Lindland's got to be careful not to put his leg through there again. Salivary will roll for knee bar. He's trying to move over and set up for it. And now Lindland has a hook in.
In. There you go. Get your Kimura and run.
Salivary working for Kimura possibly, arm lock. And Lindland gets out once again.
Is there a danger if you're Salivary being submitted by Matt Lindland?
It's guard now.
There's always that danger, especially with at the pace that these guys learn. The game changes all the time. A fighter becomes a better fighter every time he walks in and out of the octagon.
Come on, Biden, come on.
Percentage-wise, though, certainly you would think Salivary has a much higher percentage chance of finishing by submission than Lindland. We haven't seen Lindland submit very often.
Oh, look at this. Lindland on his back.
Yes, and this is Salivary trying to move in to side control.
Now this is where Salivary is going to be extremely dangerous. We were talking about the submission advantage. And I fully agree. I've got to give that advantage to Ivan Salivary.
Salivary prominently displayed his groundwork in his decisive win over Andrei Semenov in his debut in Bossier City at UFC 37. And he's going to look for something here.
He's looking to put the hooks in.
Yep.
He's got one. If he can swing it. Oh.
Lindland avoids. Good job by Matt Lindland.
Beautiful display of wrestling.
Remember, a lot of fighters have said to me before, Jeff, that they work submissions not so much to perhaps get one of their own, but to learn submission defense as a result of working for submissions. And Lindland's submission defense good so far halfway through the match. And now he's raining down some rights on the backside of the head of Ivan Salivary.
Oh, guillotine choke. Oh, nice knee by Lindland.
That's probably Lindland's most dangerous strike, is the knee, and he just missed with the uppercut. High kick again.
Ivan looked a little bit wobbly coming out of that.
As Lindland sees some momentum here. Gotta keep those hands up. Lindland was dropping those hands for a moment. Salivary, the hands on the knee.
He's also looking at the clock on the big screen, which could be an indication he's a little bit tired.
Oh, good duck under there, but still the takedown. And Lindland feels it. Does Lindland have a chance to try to stop it here? Salivary looks gassed.
He does. He's bending down, putting his hands on his knees. Looking to see just how much is left, and there's plenty of time, 1 minute and 15 seconds.
He kind of just fell into that takedown almost. But can Lindland finish it with anything but ground and pound on the ground? That's the question.
Nice roll out once again from Salivary. Lindland goes down to his knees.
The former equestrian eventer, Matt Lindland, not horsing around today. I'll tell you what, he is certainly trying to prove that he is still a force to be reckoned with in the middleweight division. Work his way back to having another title shot.
Now, this is one of the interesting fights as the betting lines went back and forth as to who was the underdog. As it stands right now, it's Matt Lindland, but he is proving everyone wrong.
Final 10 seconds as Lindland again controlling the pace here in round 2. Salivary had his one moment there, Jeff, but could not take advantage.
And I think that shot kind of wobbled him a little bit. And he's looking like he needs this minute rest.
Water, Ivan? Listen to me. Listen to me. You can't lay in your guard on your back. You got to open your guard this whole round. You got to keep your guard open. Take a deep breath. Do you want to win this, Ivan?
Yes.
Okay, listen to me. You cannot lay in your guard on your back. As soon as you go to the ground, you have to move and you have to punch him and you have to either turtle over.
And here we look at Ivan. That roll pushes Lindland off, and Lindland goes to his back. Instead of trying to stand up, this is where he got the side control. Knee to the midsection by Salivary, and wow. And there's where he looked a little bit wobbly. In a collision, Salivary ducked, and Lindland raining down the shots, but was unable to capitalize on it.
We begin the third and final round. Matt Hume telling Salivary he cannot lay in the guard. He has to throw shots and work diligently. The judges could have easily given both rounds 1 and rounds 2 to Matt Lindland.
Salivary started to look a little bit more refreshed, landing a leg kick.
And that punch definitely stunned him. Oh, there's a good combination of right and left.
Nice 1-2. Followed up by another leg kick.
He's trying to go high. But Lindland's ready each time. He's got that Thai boxing background. Tried to go in with the straight kick and missed.
I think Lindland's got the high kick figured out. Look at Ivan. Good head movement. Ducking out of the way of those punches. Salivary, a very big 185 pounder. Can put up to about 18 pounds on as he goes high once again. He'll weigh in at 185. Come in very big.
It's a good matchup. Middleweights with Bustamante at the top of the ladder right now in the UFC. Lindland's only loss to the champion.
Oh, look at the axe kick misses. Lindland was shaking his head like, no, those don't hurt me.
Well, Salivary has to do something here. 3 minutes and 15 seconds remains. That one connected. And that'll leave a mark on the outside of Matt Lindland's right leg.
Looks like they want to play a little bit of boxing game here.
Yep, it sure does. Lindland happy to cooperate.
Low leg kick by Salivary.
Salivary trying to set up for that one good combination, Jeff?
Yeah, he may be. But Lindland is... man, this guy's just holding off everything. We've seen some good shots going from Lindland as well. Yeah, Salivary. Lindland knows the high kick's coming.
2.5 minutes.
Lindland recently nominated as a finalist for the Sullivan Award, given the top amateur athlete in the U.S. Based on all his wrestling accomplishments as a pro mixed martial artist, he's trying to get his 5th win.
Now Lindland trying to throw a leg or two in there.
Well, Lindland can play this game because I think he's ahead. And there's the clinch, but just for a moment.
He's pounding away at the right leg. You can see the welt starting to form on the outside of Lindland's right leg. You don't want to take a whole lot of...
Oh, just missed with the left. Lindland working that right jab to try to set up the big left. And missed with that cross.
Soliver should try to counter those light jabs. Maybe he's trying to trick Lindland with those leg kicks to drop in his hand so he can work the high kick again. Once again, Soliver goes high, and once again it's defended.
1 minute and 8 seconds, and Salivary has to make something happen. This round totally on the feet. After 2 rounds in which Salivary spent a lot of time on his backside, courtesy of Matt Lindland, the Olympic silver medalist in wrestling. Lindland's got a smile on his face, Jeff.
Now, once again, he took a kick and just laughed it off. And there we go.
Finally, they hook, and down he goes.
Salivary trying to go for the leg.
And Lindland keeps busy and avoids. Now he looked for the arm, and Lindland pulled it out.
Look at these escapes and transitions.
30 seconds remains. 3rd and final round.
Salivary rolled for that knee bar. Lindland gets out. Salivary went for a triangle or an arm bar. And Lindland was wise to it, and now we're back on the feet.
It appears we will go to the judges' scorecards. One final takedown, perhaps. Yes. And that will do it. A strong comeback performance after his first defeat in the octagon by Matt "The Law" Lindland.
Think about later what you did wrong. You did a great job.
Now, Matt Lindland certainly needed an impressive performance, not only for himself, but for the UFC brass, returning off a day in which he was made to look very human in his loss in Bossier City in the title matchup. And he certainly looked good.
You won all of them. You know what? Win them all.
That's your fight.
Good fight, Ivan.
Nice fight, Ivan.
Good job.
And let's take a look back at some of these transitions. There's the clinch. Salivary throws a knee. And here you'll watch Salivary try and go for that leg. You see him looking at it. He wants it bad. Lindland gets out of it, tries to pass the guard. Salivary trying to hook the triangle in. Lindland powers out. Salivary rolls out. And they're back again. Now that is a hell of a transition.
Now Salivary, as you said, very slick on the ground. Very well versed in submissions, but could never work them against Matt Lindland. And you can see the disappointment in the face of Salivary. I think he knows what the judge's decision will be. Let's find out. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Judge Jeff Mullen scores it 29-28. Judge Cecil Peebles scores it 29-28. And Judge Douglas Crosby scores it 30-28 for the winner by unanimous decision, Matt "The Law" Lindland.
Lindland is back as this weight division continues to heat up. And I know Baroni's looking for a piece of Lindland down the road.
Turn around, bro. Turn around, big guy.
Matt Lindland back on the winning track. He's upstairs with Ryan Bennett.
All right, he is back. Matt Lindland, your silver medalist wrestling. And I tell you what, Matt, how important, how good does it feel? You came out very aggressive in those first 2 rounds to come back and get a win.
It feels good to get a win. I wanted be a little more exciting for the crowd, especially after my last fight. I just wished I would have been on pay-per-view. I probably would have had to step it up a notch. You throw me on an undercard, I might be boring. So next time, put me on the pay-per-view, and I'll do these guys like I did the rest of them. So.
How devastating was that last loss for you against Bustamante?
Yeah, it hurt because it was for the title. It was, it made me 3-time silver. So, but other than that, I mean, I took it as a learning experience. Hopefully, I came in and fought better. I was more confident standing. I didn't feel like I was ever in danger on my feet. I was, always leery of what Ivan can do on the mat because he's very spectacular down there, and he's tricky.
Ultimately, would you like a rematch with Murillo?
Yeah, give me a rematch with Murillo. I'll get ready. I'll come out. I'm going to beat him. I'm going to get that title.
He's back. Matt Litland gets a big win.
Well, his main goal in life is to be a world champion. He lost at the Olympics by 1 point. He lost at the Worlds by 1 point. He lost to Bustamante, but he won tonight, and he's back on track.
Not a chance in hell.
And Sylvia coming in at 259 pounds. Our trim spa, tail of the tape. Heavyweights go again. The beautiful sights of the Mohegan Sun. Kip Kohler will be our referee.
Wes, you ready? Tim, you ready? Fight!
He did not have that lid yesterday. Cabbage did not. Not exactly sure what it is. It is a statement indeed.
Ooh, nice left hook by Cabbage. Leg kick by Sylvia.
Sylvia in the red and black trunks. Cabbage in the red and blue head.
Look at the speed by Cabbage.
Yeah.
A guy that big, able to fire off 4 or 5 shots in a couple of seconds.
Now, the one thing that we've learned about Cabbage in his prior fights, 18 of them in mixed martial arts, he's got a great chin. He can take a punch. He can also throw them.
Just took one right there.
Yeah.
Still.
Oh, there's a good one. Long reach of Sylvia. These guys feel like they're ready to go, don't they?
Yeah, I think we're in for a boxing match here. Leg kick by Sylvia, 15-0 in mixed martial arts. Cabbage, 15-3.
This is what we call our swing fight. If things would have gone differently, we might have not seen this on pay-per-view. Fans, you get a bonus here tonight, because we all wanted to see this, because this is what we thought we would have as a slugfest.
This is a big right hand by Sylvia. Cabbage's head rocked back and right back in the face. This guy is not backing up.
Cabbage, good combination, starting to get in and delivers shots to Sylvia. Good hand speed. Sylvia tries to answer. Cabbage trying to close. And now Sylvia pulls the head close. Cabbage was getting the much better of that exchange a moment ago.
And look at him move out of the way. And now Sylvia coming back. Uppercuts and crosses.
A little dirty boxing with the hand behind the head. And a knee.
And Sylvia is one of those guys who can knee you from across the ring, being 6'8". And look at Cabbage, his facial expression hasn't even changed.
Sylvia just has to get on his tiptoes to knee his opponent. And a big knee there! Oh my! And Cabbage says no problem. Well, he can take a shot, that's for sure. Oh, he faked that one very nicely. And drives Cabbage back. Sylvia disguised the kick and came in with a straight right. And now Cabbage is in trouble. Sylvia trying to finish it here in round 1.
And look at this. He just took about 8 hard shots to the head. And is saying, okay, I'm still here, and I'll throw some back at you.
And he gets one in, and now Sylvia says, bring it on. Oh, this is outstanding. You want to talk about toe-to-toe. This is like Josh Barnett and Pedro Hizzo.
Like they're totally relaxed. Throwing the bomb.
Oh, my. Sylvia again with those knees. He's got a rather potent stand-up game, to say the least.
Big leg kick by Sylvia.
In all of his 15 fights, Sylvia has 9 total knockouts, Jeff, including his last 5 fights.
Cabbage is a hard guy to knock out. I've seen this guy in some more. There's an elbow. And look at the expression, Cabbage's face. It's not changed. Nice body shot. Sylvia saying it could have been a little low.
Cabbage the Hawaiian.
Sylvia from the farthest point east in the U.S. Spain. Again, combination. Cabbage keeps dropping that left hand, and Sylvia keeps getting in the left-right combo. Cabbage is blocking with the face and showing no worse for wear.
Oh, that was a hard shot right down the pipe, but he's still standing up.
There's a right. Wow, Sylvia really, I cannot believe the punches that are landing, and Cabbage goes expressionless.
Cabbage got knocked sideways, and when normal guys fall.
Big right. And another, Sylvia. You can tell he's trained some boxing with Milicic and the boys. Fakes it again, and this one might get him.
That one hurt him.
Yep.
Look at that knee right to the stomach, picked him up off the ground. Look at this, Cabbage firing it back. Now it's Sylvia.
This crowd is electrified. Sold out Mohegan Sun. Constant throws and strikes through round one. 20 seconds remain. This is awesome.
It's like they're in the gym saying, okay, let's go train a little bit.
No, there's no headgear, man.
But I'm gonna hit you.
What a finish. What a finish. Cabbage needs the bell here. He's gonna get it.
Man.
Can you believe it? They are on their feet. A standing ovation here at the Mohegan Sun.
Yeah, I heard some fans, or not really fans, but people who are
take
not.
him down if you can, okay? When he's in there in the clinch, you take him down if you can.
Now this is as real as it
You gotta work
gets.
on the inside. Take him down.
Full toe on my head. Full toe. Full toe.
Let's go, Cabbage. Keep your hands up, Cabbage. Keep the hands up.
Check out some of these power shots. A right hand by Cabbage. Another right hand. Look at this. Look at the speed for such a heavy guy. And there's the Cabbage. He faked him, nailed him with a right and 5 or 6 others, and he's still standing. And I was about to say, there's another look at it. And Cabbage, at the opening when he was walking down there, I said he takes a licking, and he keeps on ticking.
Double vision.
Well, one of the things.
I thought I heard him say double vision.
Hey, let's bring this fight to him. Let's take him down if you can, okay? When you see it, when it's easy.
He's okay.
Take his ass down. Throw that right. Go overhand right, okay? Combos.
All right. Round two. Another standing ovation. This is the Ultimate Fighting Championship.
Thunderous crowd response. And Cabbage checking the leg kick.
Sylvia trying to move in. Does Cabbage have anything left? Tip pull will be right on top of things.
Just when you think he doesn't, look at that.
There you go. Almost playing possum, Jeff. Little rope-a-dope. The knees, they're devastating. Cabbage, oh, he got hit there.
That right hand could have made the difference. Now Cabbage possibly looking to hit the ground.
Wesley Carrera, 23 years old from Hilo, Hawaii. These Hawaiians are all about jiu-jitsu and stuff. They don't throw strikes. Well, guess again. He throws and he takes. An ability to withstand, to say the least.
They have a lot of heart. Look at Cabbage, takes another 1-2. And Cabbage continues. That big left hand almost catches Sylvia. Listen to the crowd stomping their feet.
He has a major welt, does Cabbage, on the outside of his left leg, too. Caught a finger in the eye. Caught a finger in the eye. Caught a finger in the eye. That's why he hesitated there. motion to kick to get a timeout.
Sylvia.
And throwing in the towel. It's all over. They throw in the towel. The corner throws in the towel.